you're asking him to be something that he's not.
That's all for us, everybody, but we'll see you today at 9:30 Eastern with much more Undisputed.
It is highly unacceptable. Hey, welcome to the show. It's the Carton Show. Good morning. And thank you for checking us out. I think it's Tuesday. I didn't get any sleep last night because I thought I might see a baseball game. And I waited, and I waited, and I waited. And alas, no baseball to be had. Good morning, everybody. We got JJ here. We got Cody Decker here. And we have you wherever you are. And while we'll get to the Monday Night Football game, which consecutive weeks set football back another 37 years because Russell Wilson was playing last night, we have ourselves what we call in the sports world a boondoggle. It was going to rain last night. How did we know that? There were clouds in the sky. The wind was blowing, and every weatherman in America said, it is going to rain. Okay. Game 5, elimination game. New York Yankees, Cleveland Guardians. The only elimination game we had thus far in the second round of the playoffs, right? And look, oh my gosh, it actually did start to rain. So it's 7:07, the original start time of the game. They said, give us a little time. At 7:30, they met. Give us a little time. At 8 o'clock, they met. Give us a little time. At 9:38. 4 hours and 38 minutes after they opened the gates, allowed people to buy food, allowed people to buy beer, allowed people to spend their money, drop $55 on specialty event parking. They canceled the game and told everybody, go home. We're going to play this game tomorrow, meaning today, at 4 o'clock. This is what's wrong with baseball, a complete lack of sensitivity to the hard-paying, hard-working fans.
They tried to get the game in all night. They were there till like midnight.
Listen, you can't start a playoff game at 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Yeah, but baseball, you don't play in the rain?
No, we're soft. We're soft as can be.
Man.
Yeah, we're delicate little flowers.
Hey, that's why I come on this show. I learn new things every time. I thought you play in the rain, man.
Excuse me?
I thought you play in the rain,
Excuse me?
What? No, look at that.
Hold on, pardon me. What planet are you from?
Man, obviously not this one, because I'm like, I wasn't up ready to watch it like you.
Just,
but
hold on 1 second. Hold on. I'm just checking for CTE.
It's on this side. It's on this side. Only on this side.
Yeah, listen. Hopefully we get a great game today. And it should be about the game.
Sprinkles? Is that not
Sprinkle, they play.
Okay.
It's when it comes down, like you saw in the video there. And I gotta be honest, I'm not gonna let this go the entire morning because this happens in every city in America where there's a complete lack of regard for the fan. I know it's about the players. I get that. It's about us watching you guys play, and I respect that. And you want to make sure everyone's safe. And yeah, you do want to get the game in so that whoever wins the game gets the day off before they start the ALCS against the prohibitive favorite, the Houston Astros. I get all that. But the game doesn't exist without us, the fans. And when you put people out, and I'm not making this up, I was at the stadium yesterday doing a radio show. For 4.5 hours, you told people, we're going to try to get it in, we're going to try to get it in, we're going to try to get it in. And then when they spent all their money and all the beer was empty and all the hot dogs have been sold, they suddenly decide, come on back tomorrow. Well, guess what? The American people have lives, they have jobs, they have kids, they have responsibilities. And we can't be at your beck and call.
You just said you can't start a game at 10 o'clock.
You really can't.
So then what do you want them to do?
I wanted them to decide 4 hours earlier by going to an appropriate weather expert, whoever that might be, and say, walk me through exactly when it's going to rain.
So for me, I mean, I just been educated that you don't.
Okay, now you know.
Rain,
now
right?
you know.
So now I know, right? But I'm assuming all those fans there are smarter than me. So if they see it raining, why would they think the game is going to go? I'd have got out of there. They would have got my $55.
Here's why. Great question. Here's why.
Yeah.
Because they were told we're going to play baseball tonight. they were told we're going to get the game in, and they were lied to. And somebody on TV.
If it sprinkles, you play.
Yes.
So why doesn't every stadium in baseball have a dome?
That's a good question, Carton. Why don't the Yankees have a dome?
And all that,
You got an extra $1 billion laying around?
The Yankees do.
No, they do. You can't. No.
I'm just saying, if a little rain is going to cancel a game, you might as well put
The
a dome on
Miami
every
Marlins have a roof. The Miami Marlins are richer than the Yankees today?
No, and guess how many people watch the Marlins play? None.
At least they got a dome.
But they got a dome.
Oh, goody. So you don't get rained on. You don't even go watch the season play.
They would have had their hot dogs and parking and watched the baseball game.
You know what? I don't like either one of you. You know what? Because somebody on television has to have the voice of the people. That's why I'm known in some circles as Vox Populopus, which is Italian for voice of the people. And you've just seen for the first time in the history of the show the divide we've all been waiting for. You have the athletes.
I'm trying to get them to play. So
and the non-athletes.
Educate me again.
Go.
Can you not catch in the rain, not hitting the rain? Like, what's the problem with the rain?
I will say there is an issue with the baseball. Actually, the biggest issue with the baseball is the pitchers throwing it. They throw 100, and that ball has some moisture on it. I'm dead in the batter's box. He misses by a couple inches, hits me in the face. I'm over.
Yeah, you don't want a guy
If it's a little wet, you can't pitch.
You can't. And then you have issues with, like, using substances to get the ball stickier, all that.
For my own sake, I'm going to give this to you, the easiest way I can give it to you. Yeah. Pretend for a minute that he was standing 60 feet away from you, and he's going to throw the ball at 98 miles per hour in your direction. Mm-hmm. Do you want that ball to be dry, or do you want that ball to be wet?
Well, I mean, you always want it to be dry, but I'm thinking about quarterbacks playing in the rain with a big old ball, with a big football.
Yes.
And they got to throw it all over the yard in the rain and all that.
You guys have protective gear on. Helmet, shoulder pads.
They don't have helmets on?
They have helmets on, and they're about an eighth of an inch thin. But, it's amazing.
I'm just asking these questions.
I appreciate it because
sure.
you are not the first American-born NFL player who has expressed to me, at least, that you know nothing about baseball. Really? And I don't mean that offensively, like, didn't play it, don't know a lot about it. And I'm always fascinated by that. Like, when you were 7 years old, nobody said, JJ, come outside of a catch.
Yeah, but, I mean, I've seen kids out there playing in the rain. So maybe, I'm just trying to get at is the game super soft right now. That's what I'm really trying to get at. Wait. I know baseball a little bit, but right now I'm just, the game is it too soft?
They are very soft. They miss games for cuticle problems. But it was a storm last night.
A little sprinkle, the ball be a little moist and all that type stuff too, but you could pitch 100.
You know what I'm liking here?
I'm just checking.
There's not just a divide between the athletes and the non-athletes. Now there's a divide between the men and the baseball
He's going to be way over there.
Now, I will say this. One kind of cool organic thing happened during the rain delay yesterday. A couple of Guardian players went on the field. This was before the rain really got heavy.
Played a man's game?
They played a man's game.
No, they threw around an easier ball to throw in the rain is what they did.
Show the video now.
Oh, the ball filled with air.
Yeah.
I bet that ball's moist and all that. They look like they could throw that ball.
Yeah, they were throwing a pretty nice spiral. Now, and here's one of the biggest problems baseball has. These two guys are in the playoffs. They're great baseball players. I have no idea who they are. Honest to God, I couldn't. I know he's a lefty, so I should know maybe. I have no idea who those two guys are, but listen, it was kind of cool.
You just got on me about not knowing baseball. You don't know two of the guys that's in there.
Do you know who they are?
One is Miles Straw, who got into a huge fight with Yankee fans earlier this year.
I knew that.
Boom, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Boom, did I embarrass you on national TV? Boom!
Excuse me. You said one of the two guys.
I have no idea who the other guy is.
You don't know which guy's Miles Straw.
He's one in the hat that's throwing from the outfield. I do know that because Miles Straw is not a left.
And then what they did was they decided, even though they have a bad reputation, Yankee fans, they decided to play catch with some Yankee fans. And the dude throws the ball into the second tier. Now, stop the video there for a second.
So he could throw the big ball to the second tier. But,
yes. The Yankee fan now has a dilemma on his hands.
Yes.
All right. They don't like the Guardians. They're playing him in an elimination game. You're a Yankee fan. Do you keep the ball, or does he throw the ball back? And if you vote he throws the ball back, does he reach the field? And I'm going to show it to you. I know the answer. It's kind of a game.
He better throw the ball back. He does not reach the field, but he better throw it back because it's a respect factor. I'm trying to get you a little money's worth. You know what I mean?
I throw you the ball?
Throw you the ball, interact with you a little bit, even though I'm not your favorite and all that, but you're here, you're standing in the rain to watch us play here, man. Catch.
Okay, so
I'm a professional, but he don't make it back.
You think he throws it but doesn't make it back on the field? Cody, what's your vote?
You know what? I normally would think Yankee fans would just take it and run.
Yeah.
But I'm going to say he throws it back. And I'm going to say he makes it because you know why? New York football is elite right now.
Oh, my goodness.
Let it play. Does he run with the ball? Nope. He's going to throw it back. And does he reach the field? Yes!
Oh! Barely.
But he made it.
It wasn't a very accurate throw, which means he could have played football last night. And that's my segue to another bad football game as the LA Chargers beat the Denver Broncos 19-16. The game started off for Russell Wilson different than every other game he's played this year. 10 consecutive completed passes to 9 different guys. Yeah. Everybody's involved. And all of a sudden, I'm saying to myself, okay, there's a lot of dink and dunking, but okay.
Yeah, there he is.
We're getting the ball down the field. Everybody's involved. And then the second half happened. Russell Wilson threw for a grand total of 15 yards in the second half. And if you think the second half performance alone was really bad, there's a singular play I want to show you that actually took place a little bit earlier. And this is going to illustrate what's wrong with the Denver Broncos. All right, Russell Wilson is going to have a man wide open in the middle of the field, JJ, looking right at him, okay? Dead at him, and doesn't throw the ball and takes a bad sack. Stop, right there. Oof. He's got a guy 20 yards up the field who he's staring at. There's not a defender within 5 yards of him, and he doesn't pull the trigger. I can't figure out why.
I mean, number one, he's looking at Jerry Jeudy, right? You see Jerry Jeudy, he's trying to get him on that F post to Jerry Jeudy, right? Get a little greedy. That's all that was.
That's all that was.
It's not like Russell Wilson does not see that. That's him getting a little greedy, right? And
but like he's right there in front of him. Take the 20-yard game.
You see Jerry Jeudy about to try to come behind that safety right there. That's where
on the right side.
Yes, that's right there. That's where they're trying to go with the ball. He's waiting on him. By the time he's waiting on him, there comes 52. Khalil Mack, gotcha. Yes, right there. You want to see him. Hey, off Jeudy, boom, get the ball out of your hands. But at this point in the game, I believe Russ was 10 for 10 at this point.
Yeah, this is the first quarter this took place.
First quarter. I believe that he was 10 for 10. But that's just one of those you're getting too greedy. Russ sees that. You know what I mean? And sometimes you got to take what's there, but sometimes you get a little greedy as well too. But, you know, first half, Russ looked like Russ. He was getting outside the pocket. He was making plays on the run. I mean, the Chargers had one busted coverage that gave up the touchdown. But other than that, he looked like Russell Wilson.
It started
early in the ball game. You know what I mean? Using his legs, getting outside, making some throws. He ran a little bit, but
now listen, they scored 13 points in the first half, which isn't great, but it's better than what they've done. And I thought we were starting to see the emergence of the guy they gave, $150 million guaranteed to. And then, of course, the second half happened. And if you think there's a possibility that anything could have been worse than the second half yesterday, good news. The answer is yes. It's called overtime. So let's just pretend you're Denver and you're the Chargers.
Do I have to?
Your possession overtime, 3 and out. Okay. You get to go.
Oh, good.
3 and out.
Awful.
Hang on.
Awful.
You get to go. 3 and out. Hang on. You get to go. 3 and out.
AFC West.
Hang on. You get to go.
Punt.
3 and out. Punt's muffed. You get the ball. 3 and out. Field goal. Game over.
Yes. Hey, beauty. A thing of beauty.
We got to get some credit to the defense, man.
No, we don't. Come on. No. Come on. That's not about great defenses as much as that is about horrendous offenses.
Those two defenses flying around.
3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out. It's like a new Drake song.
That's defense,
3 and out,
man.
3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out. And then
Drake would do a song like that.
Here's the busted punt attempt to return. 2 guys bang into each other like bowling pins. And, of course, the Chargers get the ball. They go 3 and out. and their injured kicker, who I guess pulled a hammy or something. I don't know.
Gotta have better awareness.
His leg was all messed up.
Yes.
Kicks, I think, his 4th field goal of the night, a 39-yarder, and the Chargers go to 4-2 as they steal a W against the lowly Denver Broncos. That's the game-winning kick. I think we could probably invent a song called 3 and Out. A 3 and Out, here we go.
No.
A 3 and Out, here we go.
Drake
Can we?
Drake ain't
I think so.
Drake ain't making that.
I bet you By the way, by tomorrow, I will produce and perform a brand new rap song called 3 and Out.
With that dance?
Here we go.
Featuring who?
With that dance right
3 and
there,
Out, here we go. 3 and Out, here we go. I mean, that's bad football is all that is.
Yes, it is.
And good news, next Monday night, we get Chicago and New England.
Hey,
I gotta tell you, these
y'all
national
been ready
games.
to see Bailey Zappi, man. Bailey Zappi on the national stage. Everybody gets to see him, man.
Speaking of Bailey Zappi, I know I'm a little all over the place in this, but you brought up his name. You might remember on yesterday's program, I mentioned to you fellows that it seemed obvious to me that Bill Belichick was no longer a fan of Mac Jones and had adopted Bailey Zappi, kind of how he adopted Tom Brady when Drew Bledsoe lost his spleen, if you remember, right? Well, there was an article yesterday from Boston saying exactly that Bill Belichick no longer really loves a guy named Mac Jones.
They said that?
That's right. That's right. I tell you, this show is always right. Sometimes it just takes weeks.
There it is.
Sometimes, you remember a month ago I told you on this show that there's going to be a butter shortage, right?
Yes.
For Thanksgiving, no butter.
No butter.
Big article in the paper today, no butter.
No butter.
I'm telling you, it just takes a couple weeks sometimes to be right. Listen, we got lots to do. We got lots of NFL football to talk about. We will break down Game 5 later for you because it's an elimination game. It's MLB, and we're pumped to get into it. But before we get to that, Robbie Anderson, a petulant little child, and he got his wishes right after this on FS1.
It takes fight to be a full-time fan. There'll be good days and bad ones. But when you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. Modelo, brewed for full-time fans. Brewed for those with a fighting spirit.
This is Fubo TV. It's a better way to watch live news, shows, and sports without cable. Watch multiple games at once with Multiview. Try free at FuboTV.com.
When we were a motorized bicycle company, they said that's fine for the streets, but you'll never win a race. They said motorcycles are one thing, but you can't make cars. All right, you're a car company, but you won't win Formula One in a hybrid. Well, you'll never compete off-road. What about when there is no road? No gas. They've challenged us to do a lot of things. What will we do next? Honda, the power of dreams.
Let's hide in the attic.
No, in the basement. Why can't we just get in the running car?
Are you crazy? Let's hide behind the chainsaws.
Smart. Yeah, okay.
If you're in a horror movie, you make poor decisions. It's what you do.
This is a good idea. Shh, I'm being quiet. Breathing on me.
If you want to save even more, you bundle your home and car insurance with Geico. It's what you do.
Can you believe this? Doug Flutie and Frank Thomas. You guys look great. Once I turn 40.
Let me guess. Less energy? Less drive?
Definitely.
It's not your fault. It happens to every man. Testosterone levels drop as you age.
Happened to you guys?
Yep.
So what did you do?
We got Nugenix Total T.
To get your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, text SURGE to 231231. This unique man-boosting formula is powered by Testofen, a patented key ingredient clinically researched to help increase testosterone levels.
That does it. I gotta get Nugenix.
Just send a text for a complimentary bottle. And by the way, she'll like it too.
Get your complimentary bottle of Nugenix now. Text SURGE to 231231. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, with key ingredients to help you get back in shape fast. Absolutely free. That's SURGE to 231231.
Fiverr freelancers developed my app exactly as I envisioned it. All I did was log on. I found freelancers. I picked the one that would fit my budget and the one that had great reviews. Join Fiverr today and get something going.
Wanted full-time fans must be enthusiastic problem solvers, possess strong communication skills, and happy to work weekends. Modelo, brewed for full-time fans, brewed for those with a fighting spirit.
Tonight on FS1, the NLCS begins as Bryce Harper and the Phillies.
You gotta be kidding me!
Take on Manny Machado and the Padres.
Absolute madness! It's about to go down!
Game 1 of the NLCS, tonight on FS1.
As a personal injury lawyer, I see how lives can change in a single moment. That's why I do my best to help those in need, supporting a number of community projects. And when I help those who've been harmed by negligence, it's just one more way of giving back.
I hope you are ready for a good time.
I've invited some of my favorite celebrity friends
Yes!
to join me for an off-the-hook night of games all about food.
I'm on the edge of my seat.
It's gonna be a blast.
All new Guy's Ultimate Game Night, Wednesday night at 9 on Food Network.
This message is brought to you by Darvin Furniture. For over 100 years, Chicagoland's home for quality furniture.
Bad timing can change your life when a truck driver's texting or watching videos on the highway. When that happens, timing is critical to preserve the electronic evidence before it's gone. If you're a victim of a truck crash, call the Kenneth Allen Law Group before your time runs out.
All right, welcome back. It's the Carton Show. We got James Jones, we got Cody Decker, and I guess this is like Pet Peeve Tuesday now because there's another thing that bothered me yesterday that happened in the NFL, and that is the fact that you can act like a jackass, you can get yourself kicked off the sideline in the middle of an NFL game, and you could wind up, in theory, in a better situation. Yeah. We shouldn't reward people like Robbie Anderson, and yet he got rewarded yesterday by being traded from Carolina, one dysfunctional mess, to Arizona, which is another dysfunctional mess, but it's a prettier place to live. I mean, that's all it is,
definitely
right?
a prettier place to live,
Yeah.
that's where I live.
Oh, right.
Wait, I've been in Phoenix.
So, Robbie Anderson, you see the video there, acting like a jackass on the sideline of another Carolina Panther loss because he's not getting the ball. The coach literally kicks him off the field, and 24 hours later, Carolina trades him because Marquise Hollywood Brown went down to an injury with Arizona. Yeah. I think you were talking with him this week, right?
Yeah, Marquise Brown is my dog. I actually train him in Arizona, so I actually checked on him, talked to him, and he said he's going to be out for a couple weeks, I think like 5 to 6 weeks with a foot injury. So, hey, this Cardinals offense is predicated on speed, right? So you lose Hollywood Brown, who's probably arguably one of the fastest guys in the National Football League. So, I don't know if Robbie knew Hollywood was going to get hurt, but he was like, it's time for me to act a fool because I know, that's going to happen. So send me, to Arizona.
I figured he was trying to get himself to Green Bay, to be honest.
You know what? I'm actually angry about that. I know, as a Jets fan, you man, forget Robbie Anderson. I don't watch him play. But I was actually really hoping, once I seen that, I kind of smiled I was never one of those guys who acted a fool. But I smile because I'm like, yeah, he out of there, and I thought about my Packers.
Yeah. So I guess, listen, there's two sides to it.
But they didn't pull the trigger on it,
Like,
man.
Carolina's going nowhere, so if you can get a draft pick for a guy that is now a problem in your locker room, I'm not saying that's bad business, but it's the manner in which Robbie went about it. Listen, Robbie does not have a great reputation dating back to college, and to his credit, he made himself a wealthy man and a legitimate NFL wide receiver.
And Robbie is a good player, but even the heat of the moment, I don't think Robbie went into that game like I'm going to act a fool. I think, it's one of those where quarterback ain't getting me the ball. I'm extremely frustrated. We've been getting beat up in every single game, right? You get into it with your receiver coach, right? I've seen this happen time after time after time, right? And and you see this happen. Now, I don't necessarily see people get kicked off the field all the time.
Which means he said something that you can't say.
Which means he said something, or, Coach Wilkes heard something like, man, we ain't dealing with that no more. But even Coach Wilkes, like, you're an interim head coach, right? So you want to make sure that you leave your mark on it. Yeah, eventually you want to try to get back to be a head coach, right? So get all the cancers out of there. I need to go out here with the guys that believe in me, that I believe in. Robbie, if you don't, get on, you know what I mean? Get on to Arizona, and I think you're going to do really well.
Yeah, then that's the thing. Like,
with all that being said, I think Robbie's going to ball out.
Listen, if he goes to a situation where, he thinks it's more competent, maybe, better quarterback play, more dynamic offensive game plan, I just don't like the fact that he was rewarded for acting like a baby. Like, we shouldn't reward guys for being jackasses on the sideline. We should tell them, listen, it's a privilege to play in the NFL. It ain't a right. And as soon as you blow that privilege up, we shouldn't reward a guy by sending him to a nicer place. And that's all they did.
I'm with you on that, man. And I hope my kids just heard what you said. You know what I mean? Because that's how I raised my kids. All that pouting and whining and all that stuff that you doing, man. Hey, do that in the car.
Right.
But right now, but right now, man, this is how we go about it.
What would you prefer them to do instead, though? Trade him? You can either suspend him, trade him, or bench him. What would you rather do?
You got to get him out of there. But I just think he's basically saying the way it happened.
That's not how we should handle it. But I get it, it's the NFL. And to be fair, we probably should have known that it wasn't going to work out with Robbie Anderson this year, dating all the way back to the summertime, because he had a tough time figuring out who his own mascot was. Check out this video.
That bear doing?
The bear?
Panther.
That's Sir Purr.
Who?
Sir Purr.
How you say that? Sir Purr. Sir Purr. Oh, Sir Purr? Wow. You call him that?
Yeah, that's his name.
So you be like, what's up, Sir Purr?
In fairness, it's a stupid name.
He thought the Carolina Panther mascot was a bear. I want to make sure we're on the same page on this. Is that a bear? You play for the Panthers, you knucklehead.
He sounded like me when I didn't know baseball didn't play in the rain.
I ain't lying. By the way, I'm glad you called yourself out on that one.
He sounded like me, man.
And don't think just because we're smiling, there's still not a divide here, because there is a divide here. I'm building a wall. That being said, in addition to getting Robbie Anderson over there, DeAndre Hopkins returns, and they play Thursday night, by the way.
Help is on the way.
Yeah, they're playing against the New Orleans Saints on Thursday night. Listen, I don't think you've ever, changed teams middle of a season.
No.
But how long does it take a guy to acclimate? If you're Robbie Anderson, as we get ready for Thursday night, Hop comes back. He knows the offense.
Yeah.
But does it take a game or two for him?
It's going to be very simple for him, right? You got go ball, you got curl. That's all we need right now. And then we'll give you a little bit more and a little bit more each week, right? But people always go crazy with all these offenses and all that. Every offense is the same, just different names, verbiage. Right? That's it. It's the same. So with Robbie, the way I used to learn it, when I went from the Packers to the Raiders, I'm like, okay, it might be called Denver over here, right? It's called Tampa and Oakland.
You just got to figure out the names.
You got to figure it out. But early, right, to get him to play fast, you have go ball, you have curl. That's it. Maybe a hitch. Hopkins come back, get his legs under him. He's going to be fine, knows the offense. But they are going to make it very simple for Robbie. And they brought him out there for one reason, right? You can run. We need you to stretch this thing down the football field. Hopkins will do all the dirty work underneath.
It is funny. He leaves one franchise that already fired his head coach, Matt Rule, and he goes to another franchise, even though they gave Kingsbury a 4-year, $20-some-odd million extension, so $5 million plus a year. He's embattled. He's on the hot seat right now, and he was asked about giving up the offensive play calling. Here's what he had to say.
It's been hard to come by recently. Have there been any thoughts or discussions about maybe switching up the play calling duties in regards to that?
I'm open to anything that helps us win and score more points. So we're going to see where everything goes. But, yeah, whatever it takes to win, I'm all for it.
I'm sorry. Can you put that back up and just freeze frame it? Like, I don't need to hear it. Just if you can put just a still shot of that. That's like, I wouldn't walk near that guy.
He's going through it.
Like, that's the guy, like, if he's driving a white van, you can't drive near a school. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's depressed. He's unshaven. He's miserable. Kingsbury, you're making $5 million this year.
For now.
It's going to be okay. Like, that's what the NFL does to you, though, when your offense isn't playing well.
And as I'm looking at that still picture, what he wanted to say was, hell no. I'm calling these plays. I don't know what y'all talking about. I don't even know why you asked me that question, but I'm going to answer it anyway in a professional manner. But this team was the hottest team in football last year, especially even scoring the ball. Like, everybody was talking about the Arizona Cardinals, right? You get in the playoffs, you lay an egg. You come into this season, everybody's like, this is the Cardinals division. Like, right now, I put a lot of this on Kyler.
You have to. He's the quarterback.
I put a lot of it on Kyler. Like, at the end of the day, right, I coach Little League, as y'all know. Players win games.
Yes.
Period. Players win games. The Jets are winning games right now because great play calling? No, because they are winning games. Players win games. Sauce is making plays. Williams is coming through there making plays. That ain't no special defensive call. I'm better than you. I'm a really good player. Players make plays. Kyler is not making plays right now.
Right.
Cliff ain't out there fumbling the ball and throwing interceptions. They're not making plays right now, period.
They also had a horrendous offseason. First, you have the DeAndre Hopkins situation where he ate something, drank something, whatever it was, so he gets suspended. Then you have the story that Kyler Murray, they try to put a clause in the contract, we actually want you to do your homework. Then that became a story. He may not want to play football, became a story. Then it was, I need you guys to, ride the bus with me. I can do whatever I want. Then it was, Kyler Murray's great. Kyler Murray stinks. Kyler Murray's great. Kyler Murray stinks. Like, it's been a soap opera there, and now someone has the guts to say to the head coach, who, by the way, invented the offense that they run specifically around the quarterback that he's known since the kid's 15 years old, and you say to the coach, well, are you the problem?
It's distraction.
Do you know anybody in your life, in the history of playing ball, where if they had said to you, are you the problem, where a guy would have been like, yeah, matter of fact, it's me.
Be real with yourself.
Right?
Hey, look in the mirror and be real with yourself. But no, everybody needs to play better, but it starts with number one, right? We talk about this all the time. The quarterbacks are paid the big bucks. The quarterbacks are babied in this National Football League, right? You can't fall on them. You can't touch them with a finger, right? Because if you got good quarterback play, the NFL is better, right? Kyler Murray's not playing good football right now. I don't care. Coach Mike has given up the play calls before. I've been in there where we're not winning games, and Coach Mike like, well, let's try something new. The playbook's the same.
Yeah, well, hold on.
The playbook is the same.
Listen, it's a difference between a guy on his own saying, you know what, our offense isn't kicking on all cylinders. Cody, you call the plays. Yeah. Then being asked the question and now reacted to it. Like, if he gives up play calling for this game Thursday night against the Saints.
He better not.
He can't now. Yeah. Now, if he did it on his own, just to change it up, again, it's the same playbook. That's one thing. When you react to the media asking about it and you do it, now there's blood in the water. And once there's blood in the water, you ain't long for the job.
Even with blood in the water, he's over there, I'll do anything to win. Man, the playbook, the new coach coming in there call the plays, he's not going to say, you know what, hey, we're going to switch this whole offense up. Whatever Cliff was doing, we're changing all the plays. It's not going to happen, right? At the end of the day, you just got to make the plays that there. And the good thing is they got a guy that's coming, that's going on the way to help, whether he drank something or not, that just throw the ball up, and I'll make you right.
He's talking about D. Hopkins right there. Coming up, more on last night's Yankee debacle, and we get ready for Game 5 later this afternoon. Of course, the NLCS gets started tonight as well, and a great example of why politics and sports never mesh together right after this on FS1.
For Imprint, this is Lisa. Hi, I'd like 50 welcome wows and 300 customer I love it.
Promotional products from 4imprint are certain to deliver ooh yes.
Wow. I love it.
Find some wow now at 4imprint.com. 4imprint, for certain.
Pacifico is brewed for those who follow their own path. That's living life acres up.
Buying or selling a home can be one of the most stressful moments of your life. But it doesn't have to be. HomeLight is here to change that. HomeLight combines the best technology and agents onto one modern real estate platform. Join the millions of people who have used HomeLight to make buying and selling simple. It takes 2 minutes, and best of all, it's free. Buying and selling has never been more simple. Start today at homelight.com.
Create social media ads with Fiverr. You'll need your brand manager, copywriter, and Xena, a Fiverr freelance video editor that works with Fortune 500 companies who will join your team from home. Her home, not yours. Expand your team with a Fiverr freelancer.
At SimpliSafe, we designed the #1 rated home security system powered by 24/7 professional monitoring for half the cost of traditional home security. So you stay safe for less than $1 a day. There's no safe like SimpliSafe.
Guys, got hair loss? I know what you're thinking. Should I shave my head? Comb it over? Wear a hat? Just stop. This isn't 1970. Keep your hair and your confidence because Bosley, America's #1 hair restoration experts, can give you your real hair back permanently. Check them out because they're giving away an absolutely free information kit and a free gift card to everyone who scans this QR code. Dude, you don't have to look like your dad because this isn't your dad's hair loss treatment. People all over the country trust Bosley because they're ahead of the curve. They use the latest technology to give you your real hair back. And the best part, Bosley's permanent solution is protected by the Bosley Guarantee. Let them show you for free how awesome your hair could look with an absolutely free information kit and a gift card for $250 off. Scan the QR code. Don't wait. Scan the code now and ask about the Bosley Guarantee.
Ooh, we're firing up the Chewy app. Can't say no to these prices. Clumping litter? Resounding yes. Salmon pate? Love that for me. Essentials? Check. Ooh, we have enough to splurge on catnip toys. We did it. I feel so accomplished. Pet me, please. Okay, that's enough. Now back to me time. Love you.
Great prices, happy pets. Chewy.
Can you believe this? Doug Flutie and Frank Thomas. You guys look great. Once I turn 40...
Let me guess, less energy, less drive?
Definitely.
It's not your fault. It happens to every man. Testosterone levels drop as you age.
Happened to you guys?
Yep.
So what did you do?
We got Nugenix Total T.
To get your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, text FORT to 231-231. This unique man-boosting formula is powered by Testofen, a patented key ingredient clinically researched to help increase testosterone levels.
That does it. I gotta get Nugenix. Just send a text for a complimentary bottle. And by the way, she'll like it too.
Get your complimentary bottle of Nugenix now. Text FORT to 231-231. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, with key ingredients to help you get back in shape fast. Absolutely free. That's FORT to 231-231.
Fox Bet Super 6 takes over college football with 3 free-to-play contests. Download the Super 6 app and make your picks for a free chance to win.
Social media megastar Logan Paul returns to SmackDown ahead of his title match at Crown Jewel. It's an all-new Friday Night SmackDown, live at 8 Eastern, 7 Central on Fox.
All right, it's on like Donkey Kong. Tonight, the NLCS starts right here on FS1 as Bryce Harper and the Phillies look to continue this incredible postseason run while Manny Machado and the Padres are gunning for their first trip to the Fall Classic in a quarter of a century. Game 1 of the NLCS. Coverage begins at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific on FS1, and of course, always on the Fox Sports app. And welcome back, James Jones, Cody Decker. By the way, I have to do this because it's bothering me.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, we decided to go all 70s show today. Look at that. Yeah. Okay, the big, thick guy.
Like a young Eric Foreman.
Don't know who that is?
That's a Fox reference to that 70s show.
My man,
You're
Fox
welcome.
fans. All right, big weekend for Philadelphia. Not only, of course, to the Eagles, the only undefeated team left, but you have the Phillies getting ready to play the Padres. And, it's funny when politicians try to, become man of the people and try to, take the jackets and ties off and pretend like they get it. They know what the fan base is like. It's even worse when they do it for towns that they have no connection to.
Oh, God.
New Jersey's a state, okay? Philadelphia is not in the state of New Jersey. They're in the state of
Philadelphia. No, Pennsylvania. Relax, relax. Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania. Relax, relax. I'm also an idiot.
By the way, you're just so happy I didn't ask you.
I'd have threw out there something crazy.
Pennsylvania.
Okay, yeah, Pennsylvania. Thanks, Ace. Okay. So the governor of, and now I got to slow this down. I apologize. One step at a time. Remember, they played sports. Okay. All right. The governor of New Jersey is a guy named Phil Murphy.
Yes.
He's in his second term as governor of New Jersey. Philadelphia does not play in the state of New Jersey. And yet, for some reason, over the weekend, the governor of New Jersey, on a day when the Jets beat the Packers and the Giants beat Baltimore, they play in New Jersey, Governor Murphy decided to congratulate the Eagles and the Phillies.
Yep. Someone wants out of office.
I mean, it's still catching him by surprise, man. I mean, he's like me. He doesn't think y'all gonna win another game, so he's like, how is this happening?
Oh, that's so tragic.
He's probably sitting in his office like I am, right? I'm gonna keep picking against him, so let me congratulate somebody else, and hopefully they continue to keep winning. I'm keeping him up in his office, man. I mean, he's a smart man to me. Don't even bring it up.
So it got to him, all the criticism of, hey, you just had two NFL football teams that play in your state that won games nobody thought they were going to win, including James Jones, and you congratulated the Eagles and the Phillies. So hours and hours and hours went by, and then Governor Murphy's office decided to recognize, oh, by the way,
it is two
great
teams.
Job, Jets and Giants.
It is two teams out there.
But here's what's happening, and dare I say it, Philadelphia is like the place to be right now.
Oh yeah.
My God.
Listen, I lived in Philly for almost a decade. I married a woman from Philadelphia. I had 4 children born in Philadelphia. I am connected to that dump that's known as Philadelphia. That being said, I respect their fan bases because they are the most loyal, passionate fan base of any city in America. Kind of like New York, I'm sure like Detroit, Chicago. There's a sensibility to being an East Coast fan, especially when you don't win a lot. Like we all have that in common. But am I really going to try to find a way to say nice things about Philadelphia? No.
About the city or the teams?
I'm going to acknowledge that the Phillies run a magical run.
They are.
I'm going to acknowledge that the Philadelphia Eagles are doing something really special right now. They're undefeated. They're the best team in football. But as much as I'm sure people would like me to be pro-Philadelphia, I can't. I'm a New Yorker. Yeah. I have always acknowledged that Philadelphia makes the best water ice. They make the best soft pretzels in the world. Outside of that, I have nothing nice to say about the city.
You gonna be a hater your whole life?
Yes.
Wait.
Yes.
Philly cheesesteaks are delicious.
Thank you.
What's wrong with a cheesesteak?
Because anybody can make a cheesesteak anywhere.
All your kids is born in Philadelphia.
All my children are born in Philly.
Put some respect on Philly, man. Some good things happen to you in Philadelphia.
Yes, my wife and her family. Fantastic people.
Some respect on Philly, man.
I can't bring, because here's what's going to happen. If the Phillies beat the Padres and they go to the World Series, I'm told every time Phillies win a World Series, there's a worldwide recession. It's already started, okay? Number 2, that means every day that the 3 of us or whomever comes here, I have to start acknowledging the fact they might win another championship. I can't bring myself to possibly conjure that thought.
Oh, that's called a hater.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I want to be very clear about this. I'm never going to root for you. I don't like you. But I respect you. It's like Godfather 1.
There we go.
Your father worked with Hyman Roth. Your father respected Hyman Roth, but your father never trusted Hyman Roth. So Philadelphia, I'll say this. I respect you. I appreciate what you're doing, but I can never support you, and I don't apologize for that.
In the worst possible world, I know is that both the Eagles and the Phillies both win their respective championships.
Oh, man.
If only one of them won it, what would be worse?
Wow, what would be worse?
Ooh, that's a good
I guess the Phillies winning the World Series would be worse because I'm not a Giants fan.
That's right.
If I were a Giant fan and a hated rival like the Eagles won, that would bother me. As a Jet fan, the Eagles winning the Super Bowl, I mean, I don't like the fact that Philly wins over New York, but I don't have an emotional reaction to that. If the Phillies won the World Series, in theory, they might beat the Yankees to do it.
Yes.
Now, they didn't in 2009, but if they did, that would be a very, very tough pill to swallow. That being said, watching the Eagle Parade 10 years ago wasn't easy either. And it's so crazy now. I saw a story in the Philadelphia Inquirer that they're considering fixing the crack in the Liberty Bell.
Wow.
Yeah, just so people like them more. I'm just telling you, that's what they're saying. All right, a little football from Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, just to put a capper on this week of football, as you know, the Eagles beat the Dallas Cowboys. A.J. Brown was talking about the people from Philadelphia and how much they moved him. Check this out.
That was like the best atmosphere I played in. That was a regular season game, you know? And we was, before, like when Meek came out, performing, I'm talking to Smitty and Quez. I'm like, man, this is a regular season game. It was like the playoffs or something. And, you know, so that was big. That gave us so much momentum. Like, Meek Mill is some of our favorite rappers. So that was big, man. The city, look, Philly is lit. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say.
AJ, I'm just going to warn you. Drop a ball on third down, and it ain't going to be that lit. Yeah, and by the way,
he ain't going to drop too many on third down.
You see the size of that chain he's wearing?
Yeah, big money.
What?
Yeah, big money. He got big money.
I need a big money chain.
No, you got big money too.
I need a big money chain. Look at that.
Look at that.
I need a big money chain. Can you guys get me a big money chain here tomorrow, please? So I can lay down my rap about 3 and out and look like a Philadelphia gangster. That'd be fantastic. Yeah, Philly's lit when you're winning.
Yes.
All right, and when you're
lit when you're winning.
Yes, when you lose a couple games in a row, A.J. Brown has yet to experience the town that was affectionately called Negadelphia by Gary Cobb, former linebacker for the Eagles. Now, he was referencing the fans there. They're also not the brightest people in the world, but this guy I respect.
Philly today,
Today?
There is a Philly fan. I don't know how he got to where he got, but I give him mad respect for doing what he did. Here's the setup. The Eagles come running out of the tunnel. There's a fan running with them. Check this out. It's coming. It's coming. It's on the way. There you go. All right, stop right there. So we kind of put a little circle. That guy, and stop, you don't touch it yet. That guy is a fan.
Yeah.
He doesn't work for the Eagles.
Yeah.
He's not on the Eagles.
Yeah.
Somehow that guy, looking kind of like a coach might look, you know, khakis on, the green stuff on top, got into the tunnel and ran out amongst the players. Now, there's a lot of coaches on a team and, you know, trainers and assistants where you don't know everybody necessarily. So he looks like he belongs. All right, let it play. He runs out. Let's go get him, guys. Go Eagles.
And if he was a little bit more,
Yeah, they got him. They got him.
Man, if he was a little cooler and didn't turn around and do this right here, man, he would have been all right, man. But hey, he heard McMill's in the building. McMill gonna be here. I'm getting on that field. I'm running out that tunnel. It's going down. Khakis and green shirt on.
So you think he was there for the Meek Mill show?
Oh, he was there for the Meek Mill show. Let's get turned up.
But you're right. Like, he's perfect right there.
He's perfect. Just try it out. He could have went all the way out on the field and just act like he was one of the dudes.
Go ahead, Cardi.
I may have done this once.
Yeah.
What'd you do?
I did this in college when I was at UCLA. I was able to sneak on a bus because I had an all powdered blue outfit. I was able to go and run out of the tunnel, and I stayed on the sideline the entire game.
They never caught you?
At no point. It's at the Rose Bowl. No one goes.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, the only time I got close to being on the sideline where I shouldn't have been there, it was in Arizona. The Pro Bowl was in Arizona. And I was on the sideline. I had a pregame pass. I'm there with my wife and my 4 kids. And, you know, people were starting to leave the field, and nobody came to get us.
Yeah.
So you have kids. You're like, I want to stay until they move us, right?
Yeah.
And we're talking to Patrick Peterson. He was great with the kids. And all of a sudden, they're doing the national anthem. We're standing in the end zone. And I'm looking around like, this is not going to end well, but let's just play it out. Second half, we're still standing on the sideline.
Wow.
And then finally, like an NFL security guy comes over and goes, who are you guys?
Where your pads?
And why are you guys here? And I wanted to say that I was dating Patrick Peterson, but by then, nobody would have believed me. Are we doing Cody on the net here? We're out of time. Yes. All right, great. So, more on the Eagles throughout this week, more on Philly, of course, from a baseball perspective, a little bit later on in this show as we get ready for the NLCS Game 1 on Fox, of course, right here on FS1. But as we try to do on the show, we want to make sure that when you go to work, you're in the know. Here's Cody on the net.
Well, from one bad fan base to, on your credit, you say Philadelphia, to the best fan base. They are starting him young in Buffalo for the Bills Mafia. Little baby going through his first ever table.
Oh,
you just love to see it.
That's awesome right there.
All right,
That's
that
awesome.
I like.
Get him
that
right.
I like.
Get him right.
Thank God he didn't drop him. That's all I'm saying.
Would you have?
Listen, I butterfinger sometimes, so I would not have trusted myself with that move right there.
I ain't gonna
because
lie,
I'd be the guy that, come on.
I'd have dropped mine on purpose, though. You got the real thing. I'd have dropped him on purpose. But, you know what I mean?
All right, that's good. Listen, Buffalo, I will say, maybe the best fan base in all of sports, no doubt. Go ahead.
You mentioned that we have a butter shortage.
We do, yeah.
We don't have a cheese shortage, and we just found the stretchiest cheese in the world in this competition.
Is this right
and
here?
Craig, I know for a fact you want to all in on this. The way you were a foodie.
Yeah. Is it? I assume this is in Italy, yeah?
Uh-huh.
So how many meters or feet did they stretch that mozzarella?
Look at it go. Look at it go.
Oh.
Look at that.
Oh, nice. Go, cheese, go. Go, cheese, go.
Look at that.
By the way, I wonder if they fans, or rooting
Oh,
at
that'd
the
be
site.
awesome.
Giuseppe is the reigning champion. Giuseppe, what is your secret to the longest, stringiest cheese?
Well, what's Giuseppe's
believe it.
passer rating?
You better believe it's some cheese jerseys out there for sure.
There's no
100%.
doubt. That guy probably walks around Naples like a badass. That's right, 37 meters. What's your name?
It's like his 40 time.
Yeah. Oh, here comes Giuseppe. He's the 37-meter guy.
I want to know how big. I want to know how many people show up for these events.
I would think that that's probably more people than you might think show up to watch men stretch cheese. It also shows you that we all need a hobby.
Yeah, they probably do it in the rain and all that.
Yeah. What else?
Well, come on now.
He just said baseball players are less manly than cheese stretchers.
I see a roof, is what I see.
You know.
All right, and now I'm going to play this clip for you twice, one without sound and one with, and you really need it with the sound second. But this is a climber that is single-handedly fighting off a bear as he's climbing up by himself. Now, at first, it just seems like it's kind of scary. The reason why I want to show it to you first is because he's screaming the whole time, but it's not out of fear. He's showing dominance on this bear, and we're going to play it again real quick. And finally, this bear runs away. Check out this guy. This guy might be the manliest guy in the planet.
I played again with audio.
Let's check it out.
No, he's scared.
He's scared.
No, that ain't terrifying. That bear runs away. Tries one more try. Yeah. That's why he knows not to mess with him.
I ain't gonna lie. He's scared for his life, but I'll be screaming just like him, scared for my life. Oh my God, that's crazy right there.
Can I ask you guys to close your eyes for a second?
Yes.
And can you play the audio again of him screaming or whatever he's doing? If you don't mind, guys.
Yes.
All right, so guys, close your eyes, Cody. No
Listen
cheating.
to how hard he's breathing, though. He's
climbing a mountain.
Just keep your eyes closed. I want to paint a picture for you, okay? Okay, hold on. Okay, that's enough. That's me last night. I was scared to death. And yes, I was out of breath, too.
I bet you were.
Yeah, I brought a
bet
couple
you were.
pounds since we started this show.
Well, you know who hasn't put on a couple of pounds? Tom Brady. But is he getting preferential treatment?
Avocado ice cream.
Are we going to talk about it? Yes, right here on the Carton Show.
Avocado ice cream.
If you watch football on TV, you need Fubo TV. The most college football you can get without cable. Stream up to 4 games at once with Multiview. Try free at FuboTV.com.
Can you believe this? Doug Flutie and Frank Thomas. You guys look great. Once I turn 40...
Let me guess, less energy, less drive?
Definitely. It's not your fault.
It happens to every man. Testosterone levels drop as you age.
Happened to you guys?
Yep.
So what did you do?
We got Nugenix Total T.
To get your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, text YES to 42424. This unique man-boosting formula is powered by Testofen, a patented key ingredient clinically researched to help increase testosterone levels.
That does it. I gotta get Nugenix.
Just send a text for a complimentary bottle. And by the way, she'll like it too.
Get your complimentary bottle of Nugenix now. Text YES to 42424. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, with key ingredients to help you get back in shape fast, absolutely free. That's YES to 42424.
Nobody does anything perfectly the first time, or the second, even the third. We learn from mistakes. But when it comes to retirement planning, who can afford mistakes? Smart Asset can help you avoid those unpleasant mishaps with a free guide, The 7 Crucial Mistakes of Retirement Planning. We also match you with up to 3 vetted fiduciary financial advisors who can help you achieve your retirement goals. Using Smart Asset is free with no obligation. Discover what others learned the hard way at smartasset.com.
Create amazing work with Fiverr. All you need is your team and a talented freelancer who will lend a hand and seamlessly join your team from just about anywhere. Expand your team with a Fiverr freelancer.
The NLCS begins as the Phillies take on the Padres. Game 1 of the NLCS tonight on FS1.
It's Skip Drip Bayless.
I am a living legend.
He came to play Shannon Shay Show. Get off my property. Always right, never wrong, undisputed.
Can I kick it? Can I kick it?
This is my maker's moment, and I make it remarkable.
You planned the perfect thank you with the promotional product experts at 4imprint, who attended to every detail. Did you get it right? You certainly did. For the right products printed perfectly, go to 4imprint.com. 4imprint, for certain.
Oh, what a good time we will have. You can make it happen again.
Voltaren, the joy of movement. The first time your sales reached 100K was also the first time you hit this note. Save 20% with the lowest transaction fees and keep more of what you make with a partner that always puts you first. GoDaddy, tools and support for every small business first.
For the visionaries. For the trailblazers. For the last to leave. And the first to think ahead. There's Grainger. Supplies and solutions for every industry. With access to trained experts and 24/7 support. Call, clickgrainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hi, I'm Jeff from Nuts.com. When my grandfather started this business, he relied on freshness, quality, variety, and service. We still deliver the freshest nuts, dried fruits, snacks, and sweets to families all around the country. Nuts.com. Enjoy free shipping on your first order.
Pacifico is a crisp golden lager, brewed for those who know. It's what's behind a label that matters.
He is a pitcher and a hitter. Imagine Tom Brady playing quarterback and then going out and being the best linebacker on the field at the same time. A guy that can throw 100 miles an hour and a guy that can hit home runs 500 feet. It's not normal. He is a Cy Young caliber pitcher, fastball, slider, splitter, curveball. He's also hitting at an elite level. Last year, 46 home runs. The combination of being able to do both makes him the greatest player on planet Earth.
Wow, and he very well is the greatest player. The Shohei Ohtani interview special premieres tonight on FS1 after the NLCS. Our own Ben Verlander sat down with Ohtani for this exclusive, all-access, in-depth conversation on what is obviously a very unique path to stardom. And Cody, you're the baseball guy. You and I have debated, at least this past season, well, who's the MVP? You know, Aaron Judge because he hit 62 home runs, or Ohtani because, as Ben just said in that piece, he does both. Pitches at a real right, and also hits like he's the best hitter in baseball.
Well, that should be easy if you do both, huh?
Yeah, it should. It should be. It should be. This year was a bit of an anomaly only because of what Judge did home run wise. But you played baseball a long time. You've seen a lot of great players in your day. You played with Mike Trout. You played with Garrett Cole.
Yes.
And Ohtani's better than all of them.
All of them. It's not that he's better. It's just there's no one like him ever, other than Babe Ruth, a guy that played 100 years ago. So it's just there's nothing like it. It's incredible. And honestly, they should just name an award after him at this point. It's that.
Well,
crazy.
they gave him an award a year ago. I forget what they called it. No, another.
The best player in the world.
Yeah. Okay. They gave him Okay, that's one of the awards. Rob Manfred said right here.
I thought you did baseball.
Oh man, he said it, not me. He did it.
So let me tell you what happened during the commercial break, okay? James Jones admitted he doesn't watch a lot of baseball. He's a football guy. Asked who Ohtani was, which is maybe baseball's problem that they don't promote guys or market their stars.
That's all
enough.
I'm trying to get at.
No, I got you, but here's what I'm trying to get at with Ohtani, because obviously I've never seen anything like it. If he was a free agent pitcher, he's getting $40 million a year.
Yes.
If he was a free agent hitter, he's getting $40 million a year. He had the single largest arbitration award ever, $30 million, which blew out the record by a lot. My question to you, though, is if other guys were given the opportunity at a younger age to try to do both, as opposed to saying to a 13, 14-year-old kid who's clearly a phenom, you're only going to be this. Would we have more Ohtanis?
No.
Explain to me why.
Because we all did both. I did both. Mike Trout did both. We all pitched and hit all the way up till high school, probably even through high school. A lot of offensive players right now were pitchers in college. Garrett Cole could swing the bat a little bit. He can't swing the bat like Shohei Ohtani. It's that ridiculous. We all did both.
Right, and so again, not to belabor the point, if someone said to you, listen, you can throw low 90s, I can make you a legitimate MLB pitcher, and we know that you can hit home runs, you don't think that there's another guy out there that might have the skill set to be maybe not as good as Ohtani, but be able to do it?
They've tried. In fact, the Angels have tried with 3 other players. Other organizations have tried to swing players that can pitch and hit. It doesn't work. It's not sustainable, and there's also a massive injury aspect of it. It's impossible to stay healthy as a position player. It's impossible to stay healthy as a pitcher. He does it both.
I agree. And just to spin it off on the football standpoint, everybody thinks like we all grew up playing receiver, corner, running back, right? But we only seen 1 or 2 Deion Sanders, right, that can go jump and play lockdown corner and go and jump and play receiver and all that. It's special. It's a special talent.
But again, like if I groomed you to do it, though, I go, hey, you're obviously a special athletic talent that doesn't come along every day, and I've decided I'm making you play cornerback and wide receiver.
I think people have tried. You've seen it with Devin Hessner, right? And you're just not a superstar at both of them, right? That's why it's very rare to find the Deions and all that that's a superstar at both of them. It's little kids right now in high school playing both ways.
I know,
like
just watching my son play.
Yes, you're getting groomed to be. We don't know what you're going to be. You're getting groomed for both positions, right? But it's a special talent. You know, I don't watch a lot of baseball, but if it's a guy like that doing both of those, I don't care if you hit 197 home runs. He's MVP if you're doing both.
Pitchers have 5 days off. He has no days off. He goes the next day, he DHs. He goes and pitches 8 complete shutout innings. Then he goes 3 for 4 with 2 homers.
Make sure you check out the
but
piece
they don't play
tonight.
in the rain.
No, they do not. They do not.
They, by the way, in Japan or here, nobody plays in the rain. Ben has special access, of course, to Ohtani, so that should be a pretty amazing special. And you can see it again right here on FS1 after the Phillies and the Padres. We teased Tom Brady coming in to this segment, and we bring up Tom Brady because you could tell that there's something cooking in Tampa, and it ain't good. Todd Bowles was asked about the alleged special treatment that TB12 might be getting.
He works as hard as anybody, special treatment. There's been a few guys that missed some meetings and some practices for some special thing that just doesn't get publicized because they're not him. So it kind of comes with the territory. You don't worry about it too much.
Is he as locked in as he's been in the past with you?
Yes.
Okay, to say that Tom Brady doesn't get special treatment 24 hours after he left the team to go to New York for an impromptu wedding of Robert Kraft, the man who owns another NFL team, and then flew privately to join the team before the game on Sunday. Like, are we stupid? Yeah. Like, liar, liar, pants on fire, right? I know, which is very, third gradish of me, but. Like, come on. Of course he gets special treatment. By the way, he should.
He should get special treatment. As long as he's there and as long as he's grinding when he is there and he's still, showing that he loves football and is dedicated to football, he should get special treatment, man. He's arguably the greatest player to ever play in this game. Superstars should get special treatment. And you're talking about Tom Brady.
To a point. Now, I would flip the argument that I don't think Tom Brady should have gone to the wedding. It's one thing to allow him to go because he's Tom Brady and he's going to be prepared. He's always prepared. That's not my issue. But I don't think Tom Brady should have gone.
I don't think Tom let him know the day before. I think
it was an impromptu wedding. Nobody even knew about it. They put the wedding together, no joke, in like a week.
Really?
It was a secret surprise wedding. This wasn't one of those, hey, everybody, save the date.
But even that, though, it's not like he missed a crucial practice. He missed a walkthrough, which is pointless. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been through a lot of walkthroughs in my career where we're sitting in there eating sunflower seeds and you're walking through in a gym or you're walking through they're pointless.
Yeah, but here's the problem with it. The problem with it is that I respect that. It's pointless. It's not going to make them any better on Sunday. Oh. But they played like crap on Sunday.
They've been playing like crap.
Yes.
That's the problem.
Maybe because he's got so many days off.
Oh, man.
By the way, it seems like Todd Bowles gives everybody days off.
Yes, he does.
He got a lot of veterans on his team.
Fox.
He got a lot of veterans on his team. Let's take the day off tomorrow. Let's get
See you later.
Let's go.
That's it. Do the show.
Cody will host the show.
Yeah. Greg. But think about this.
By the way, this show almost became a baseball show. All right, go ahead.
I'm questioning. Say they didn't play the Steelers. Does he go to the wedding?
Yeah, listen, I think obviously he would have gone to the wedding no matter what because he has great admiration for Robert Kraft.
And he's not missing nothing.
And I get that. I think the problem is that whether we like it or not, there's an image problem here.
Yeah.
And the image is the Tampa Bay offense right now is lousy. He's the quarterback of a lousy offense. And we could start, trying to figure out all the different reasons. But when your offense is underperforming, when you lose, no joke, to Kenny Pickett and Mitchell Trubisky, and by the way, 24 hours ago, your best player and your quarterback and your leader was in New York City dancing with Meek Mill and Robert Kraft at a wedding in New York City, it's a bad look. I'm not saying he shouldn't. Listen, I'm just saying Tom Brady understands that whatever he does, he farts, it's news, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to consider the big picture and why put yourself in harm's way.
That's why I love sports and, being on the TV side now, I love TV as well because winning heals everything, right?
Yes.
This is nothing new. This is the same stuff that Bruce Arians was doing. It's the same stuff that Todd Bowles is doing. Todd Bowles did not just come into this season and say, you know what, Tom, how many days you want off? He's been doing this, but they've been winning. Mike Evans been taking some Wednesdays off, whatever. They're veterans, right? That happens. You want your guys going into the game fresh, right? So how can we get you guys into the game fresh, playing fast at a high level? Because at the end of the day, the only thing that matters is winning. When you are winning, none of this stuff is a big deal. When you are losing, then all of a sudden it's a big deal. And we are talking about it on TV, and I'm going to talk about it. You know what I mean? Tom, hey, I'm good with you going to the wedding. You've been playing like garbage anyway. So I would have said go to the wedding, right? It might help our game, right? It's not like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers been playing lights out, right? They're struggling, right? And that's why all this stuff is coming out, right?
They scored 18 points against the Pittsburgh Steelers, and the offense is broken. Whether it's Chris Godwin, Mike Evans, Leonard Fournette, the offense is a problem.
They're going to win 3 in a row, and we're going to be talking about, are they the best team in the NFC? Do the Eagles want them?
If they win 3 in a row, I hope they put out a story that Tom Brady missed a meeting on a Saturday night to go to a bar mitzvah. You know.
Not a bar mitzvah.
Yeah, something. Hey, listen. He had to go to a bar mitzvah because he made a promise to a kid that he was going to dance the horror with him.
But if you're winning, you're all right, though.
But that's the point. Once you get back to winning, it's all right. Just real quick before we take a break, you think Robert Kraft had like a registry? Like, I really want these candlesticks from Tiffany.
Yeah, I mean, if he had his wedding during football season, I'm going to say he had a registry, right? He probably was at Target or something.
I hate the concept of it was not at Target.
Not at Target? Why not? You got a wedding, you trying to save money?
This? So they have this wedding, and all these guys are there. From the wedding at midnight, this is an 81-year-old man, God bless him. They went from the wedding in their wedding clothes to Saks Fifth Avenue.
See?
To do some shopping and go to a Little Baby concert.
There we go.
Wow.
Now,
Robert Kraft.
Was it on his tab? Was it on his tab?
Yes. Listen.
Oh, we see. If I'm Tom Brady, I'm going. I don't care. I don't care what my teammates say.
I'm missing Sunday's game.
I'm going to a really good wedding. I'm gonna eat good, free shopping at Saks. I go see Little Baby. Hey, good luck at y'all walkthrough that y'all going to on Saturday.
Good luck with the
I'm
Steelers.
going to turn up. I'm letting you know that now.
I can't argue that. Little Baby, free shopping at Saks, and a wedding.
Yeah. And then we gonna be on the plane on the way home. They gonna be like, man, how we lose to the Steelers? I'm gonna be like, look at my jacket, man, free. Hey, Robert Kraft, I got jacket, jeans, shoes, all this, man.
All right, coming up in just a moment, it's that time of the week. We are going to find out and see if the guys agree who are the most overrated players in the NFL today. It's the Big Lebowski right after this.
A Corona and palm trees.
A Corona and calm seas.
And a balm breeze.
And our strong knees.
It's Andy and Snoop.
And we're eating Guam cheese.
Guam cheese?
Yeah, I don't know. I ran out of rhymes.
Reggie Bush had something important taken from him, so Wendy's is returning it.
The pretzel pub! Let's go! Yes!
We haven't told him it's back for a limited time.
Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's Pretzel Pub Cheeseburger.
I think I changed my mind about these glasses.
Yeah, it happens. That's why VisionWorks gives you 100 days to change your mind. It's simple. Anything else I can help you with?
Like what?
VisionWorks. See the difference.
Your granddaughter's gonna love that. Third-generation sailor.
Sailor? Make sure she joins USAA.
My family loves USAA. We've been members for 40 years. But you can keep trying, though.
USAA. It's for the military community.
Dude, you coming?
Alka-Seltzer Plus Power Max Gels Cold and Flu Relief with more concentrated power. Because the only thing dripping should be your style. Plop, plop, fizz, fizz, Winter Warriors with Alka-Seltzer Plus.
This is Fubo TV. It's a better way to watch live news, shows, and sports without cable. Watch multiple games at once with Multiview. Try free at FuboTV.com.
Fiverr freelancers help me with product design. Just always simple and easy. I log on, I tell them what I need, and I get it delivered. Your turn. Get started on Fiverr today.
At SimpliSafe, we build advanced security sensors and cameras for your whole home, powered by 24/7 professional monitoring and Fast Protect technology, exclusively from SimpliSafe for faster police response. There's no safe like SimpliSafe.
The first time you made a sale online was also the first time you heard of a town named
Dinosaur. We just got an order from Dinosaur, Colorado.
No way. Start an easy-to-build, powerful website for free with a partner that always puts you first. GoDaddy. Tools and support for every small business first.
You know why I love Halloween?
Why?
People give me Kit Kats for free.
Son, you're 8. All your Kit Kats are free.
Happy Halloween! Have a break, have a Kit Kat.
Those may look like handprints on your Blair sweater, but you just see happiness. Blair clothing is meant to be lived in. It fits your life. Wet paws, unconditional love. A little mulch, a day well spent. Blair also fits you. Easy to wear with flattering styles.
Easy to love with comfy fits, and easy to buy with great prices. The Blair Fit, clothing that fits your life, body, and budget. Get 20% off and free shipping at Blair.com with promo code Blair20.
C.J. Stroud leads Ohio State's offensive assault against Iowa. Big noon Saturday on Fox.
People who come to cricket stay with cricket.
I love how cricket has no hidden fees, no hidden charges. It's just predictable.
With cricket, I can stay in touch with my grandson as much as I want without being concerned that my bills go up.
The 5G is like fast. It makes sharing photos of our projects and video calls super easy.
Switch for the speed, stay for the savings. Smile, you're on cricket.
Can I help you?
I wanted to mail this.
Okay. Layla is our messenger pigeon. What?
Oh my God.
This is mostly secure. Mostly. Fairly secure. Yes, sir.
This is crazy.
You know what else is crazy? That SMS text that he's sending? It's unencrypted. Other people might see your text just like other people might see that letter.
You're kidding.
No.
It's in the show right here.
Okay, we're back. Thank you for joining us. It's the Carton Show. We got James Jones, former Green Bay Packer wide receiver and Raider wide receiver.
Yes.
Is that about it?
Yeah, Raiders.
And, of course, Cody Decker hit more minor league home runs than anybody alive on the planet. So
there we go.
The name of this segment is The Big Lebowski because The Big Lebowski is the single most overrated movie in the history of cinema.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Jeff the Dude Lebowski.
Funniest movie ever made.
Okay, I'm sure James Jones is not a fan of The Big Lebowski, right, JJ?
No, I got it on my DVR right now.
Yes, right. That's right.
You know
That's
what
how
I'm
good.
saying?
My man, see?
You know?
Divide.
You know? Best movie ever.
Yeah! It's the best movie ever. Come on, John Goodman. Everything about it's perfect.
Anytime you want me to come back, I'm here, brother.
All right, so that's the genesis for this segment. We go from the biggest overrated movie of all time, which was a $100 million flop, to the guys right now in the NFL. I'm just going to put the name out there, give you some stats to back it up, and you guys decide overrated or not overrated. Let's start with the quarterback of last night's LA Chargers, Justin Herbert. 10 touchdowns, 3 picks. He last night did something that's almost never been done before. He threw more than 55 passes in last night's game and had 0 touchdowns. And while the Chargers get the win, and I respect the fact they're 4-2, that offense has not been great this year. He does have the rib problem, but he has not had the breakout year everybody was expecting him to have. Thus, I question, is he the Big Lebowski?
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
He is the least of my worries. This kid is going to be an MVP in the National Football League coming soon, right? Might not be this year, but that's what he has written all on him. He is the least of my worries out there in Los Angeles for those Los Angeles Chargers football team. He is special, and he's going to continue to be special. And you're going to have games like this playing the quarterback position, you know. So I'm not worried about him at all. Absolutely not.
All right, so 0 for 1. Let me go for an easy one. This is a layup for me. Russell Wilson, 5 passing touchdowns this year, 23rd in the NFL. The Broncos' offense has only scored 7 touchdowns all year. That's the worst in the NFL. And he is 30th right now as far as completion percentage. He is under 60%.
Yeah.
We want quarterbacks to be around 70%. Yeah. So, Russell Wilson, the Big Lebowski.
Are we just talking this year?
Sure. Yes. He got $150 million guaranteed. Is he overrated right now? 4 out of 6 games on national TV or not?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely,
no question.
Man. He is the Big Lebowski. Absolutely, right now. Russell Wilson, I mean, overrated right now, right? Because we all came into this season talking about this division, talking about how maybe all 4 of these teams could make the playoffs.
Sure.
The Raiders, the Chargers, the Broncos, obviously the Chiefs, all 4 of them, right? They're a quarterback away. This defense is still playing lights out, and Russ cannot find ways to score. He just does not look into it. I was just talking to my guy Cody over here, like, man, he don't even look happy. He's making $150 million guaranteed, and he don't even look like he having fun out there. All the noise is getting to him, and he's not playing the Russell Wilson way. And you're absolutely right, man.
It's funny because last week he said he was built for this. He can take the negativity, and he obviously can deal with when people are blowing smoke.
And to his credit, he's always responded. He has. In his career, right, he's always responded. That's why you give a guy like this and you trade all the picks for that and you give him all this money. But right now, what we see? Big Lebowski.
The Big Lebowski. All right, this is going to be a tough one. I don't think I can sell this one, but I got to put it out there because people are on his jock, so at least I got to ask the question. He's only thrown for 6 touchdown passes this year, which makes him ranked the 17th right now in the entire NFL.
You shouldn't even say the name.
He has thrown for a single touchdown or less in 4 of the 6 games his team has played this year, and he's thrown for less than 250 yards in 4 of the 6 games he's played this year. Jalen Hurts, the Big Lebowski. Really? What's to look for?
Jalen Hurts? Now we really know.
Jalen Hurts.
Now we really know the haterade that he's drinking for Philly.
I'm just asking the question. I'm asking the question. You guys have him as an MVP. I'm asking the question. Maybe he's the Big Lebowski.
My stuff just went out.
Your stuff didn't go out.
I can't believe what I'm hearing right now.
So you can't ask the question?
No, you can definitely ask the question.
If it wasn't for Josh Allen, you're talking about the front runner for the MVP. Big Lebowski, absolutely not. This dude might take his team to the Super Bowl and possibly win that thing.
There's only
the
200.
Eagles are in very good hands. Hey, my man A.J. Brown said, it's lit in Philly. It's lit out there. Jalen Hurts is lit right now in Philadelphia, and he's going to stay lit. The kid is a phenom. He's in good hands with his coach, offensive coordinator. Man, special things to come.
Let me make sure just I heard you correctly.
Did you read that right?
I literally, when you said Jalen Hurts, I thought you made a mistake.
Read that right.
You weren't really specific there. Are you suggesting I'm wrong?
You are wrong. Very, very, very wrong.
All right, let me go to another guy. Again, I think this is going to be a fringe guy. I think I can sell it, though. I'm going to give you his name last, okay? Right now, it's a wide receiver, tied for 26th in the NFL for receptions, okay? And yet, he's 4th in targets. He's on a new team. He is not doing what he normally does, and that is score lots of touchdowns and average double-digit yards per reception. Is the Big Lebowski, I'm going to come over here for a second. Davante Adams, the Big Lebowski.
What's going on?
I don't know.
What is going on?
I do not know. How could you even think this?
Doesn't Davante have like 7 touchdowns or something? 8 touchdowns or something in Las Vegas right now? Don't he have like close to 500 and some yards in 6 weeks? 5 weeks, something like that?
He's averaging less than 83 yards per game, which is the lowest he's had
What's
since
the touchdowns and the
2017.
stats?
He has scored a couple touchdowns.
You are absolutely cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs right now, man. Davante Adams is the bright spot. Him and Josh Jacobs is the bright spot right now in Las Vegas. Absolutely not. Again, strike 2. It's baseball season still.
That's right.
2.
That's right. It is still baseball season.
All right. I'm going to try to end with a good one. All right. I need a W here. So, Herbert, you said no. I've got 1 win right now. God, and 3 losses. Okay, here we go. All right, are you ready for this one?
I'm ready.
This guy's a quarterback.
Okay.
All right? He has thrown 9 touchdown passes the entire year, the second fewest he's ever thrown 6 games into a season. His offense is averaging less than 18 points per game. He quit on his team on Sunday.
I'm out of here.
James, Aaron Rodgers, the Big Lebowski.
Man, you know as I sit up here,
let me help you.
I'm an Aaron Rodgers fan.
There you go. Yeah.
Playing with AR-12. He's never quit on his team.
He did on
period,
Sunday.
Right? The game's over. The coach said, man, we're not going to put you out there no more. I've been to battle with this dude, right? I've seen him play through numerous injuries. He did not quit on his team. Number 2, we knew this was going to happen.
No,
we knew this was going to happen. Not these type stats, because the standard for Aaron Rodgers is up there, just like it's up there for Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen and those guys, right? You know, get out there. We don't care who you go out there with. Make some really good lemonade, right? He's not making really good lemonade right now, but this is an overreaction. Absolutely not. AR-12 will get it right. He will get to cooking. That is strike 3. Are we going to break? That is strike 3. He is not the Big Lebowski. 12 is okay.
I have so much more content to embarrass myself.
I thought it was going to be Tom Brady. Until you said he quit on his team, I thought it was going to be Tom Brady. And you would have won. I would have said Big Lebowski.
No way. What? Oh, someone doesn't really get a phone call from his buddy later.
You know, and I'm just saying because they just told me he only took like 1 sweater for free from the thing. So he ain't take as much as he should have took. So I would have said the Big Lebowski.
By the way, the Packers offense is 24th right now in the NFL. So I would lean towards the Big Lebowski right now for Aaron Rodgers. By the way, good job, though. I appreciate the fact that I struck out during that segment. I have no segue. There's no way for me to go from that to what I want to go to. But I got to make sure you guys see this because Michigan State was trying to talk a little trash against Michigan, right? So they turned They turned what?
Man, what are they doing?
They turned the Michigan logo upside down. All they did was make it a W.
Wow, man.
Oh, wow.
Whoever's in charge of their social media is fired.
I'm not even quite sure how that's trash talk, to be honest.
What is going on?
I don't. So that's what they did. Michigan State apparently is playing Wisconsin this weekend. And now you know. So I'm not even sure why we showed that, but it just struck me as funny.
That's one of those.
They made an M into a W.
Cell phone.
By the way, as you're contemplating the Big Lebowski, if there's other guys you want to bring to the table next segment, just throw them out there. Have some fun. Throw them out there.
I got a couple in my head right now.
Yeah,
you know?
I got one too. His name is Tua, and he's back. Yeah, that's right. The return of Tua to the Miami Dolphins without the ping pong table. We'll get into that. And does it help Miami right after this? You guys suck.
It's big, it's back, and it's still $6. Get the big box y'all love today.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
When we were a motorized bicycle company, they said that's fine for the streets, but you'll never win a race. They said motorcycles are one thing, but you can't make cars. All right, you're a car company, but you won't win Formula One in a hybrid. Well, you'll never compete off-road. What about when there is no road? No gas. They've challenged us to do a lot of things. What will we do next? Honda, the power of dreams.
Guys, there's something on the ship. There's something with us here.
What do we do?
Get to the escape pods. Go now!
Okay, I'm an alien, and I got these claws. I'm climbing the wall now.
If you're making a sci-fi movie, you need to finish the special effects.
Does that look good?
And if you want to save by bundling home and car insurance, you need Geico.
Guys? Uh-oh.
See how much you could save by bundling with Geico.
Is that going to be a problem?
Can you believe this? Doug Flutie and Frank Thomas. You guys look great. Once I turn 40...
Let me guess, less energy, less drive?
Definitely.
It's not your fault. It happens to every man. Testosterone levels drop as you age.
Happened to you guys?
Yep.
So what did you do?
We got Nugenix Total T.
To get your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, text SURGE to 231231. This unique man-boosting formula is powered by Testofen, a patented key ingredient clinically researched to help increase testosterone levels.
That does it. I gotta get Nugenix. Just send a text for a complimentary bottle. And by the way, she'll like it too.
Get your complimentary bottle of Nugenix now. Text SURGE to 231-231. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, with key ingredients to help you get back in shape fast. Absolutely free. That's SURGE to 231-231.
As a young man, my hair started to thin. I couldn't sleep, I was stressed about it, and there were few options out there. Nutrafol is a drug-free, natural supplement that gave me my hair, my health, and my confidence back. Get growing at Nutrafol.com.
Pacifico is brewed for those who follow their own path. That's living life anchors up.
Oh, what a good time we will have. You can make it happen again.
Voltaren, the joy of movement.
This is NFL Plus, and this is for the Sunday shifters, the game time babysitters, the cross-country long haulers, and the poolside ballers. This is for the OT stay-up-all-nighters, the never-miss-a-moment ride-or-diers, for the casual fan, the obsessed fan, for every fan. This is the NFL in your hand. Live games, replays, films, and shows. This is NFL Plus, your game on the go. NFL Plus. Start your free trial today.
Over the years, you pay your insurance. But the minute you're in a car wreck, the insurance companies treat you like a crook.
Don't be bullied by the insurance companies. Get Lerner and Rowe.
Lerner and Rowe are the lawyers for you. Call 222-2222.
Reggie Bush had something important taken from him, so Wendy's is returning it.
The pretzel pub! Let's go!
Yes! We haven't told him it's back for a limited time.
Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's Pretzel Pub Cheeseburger.
If you love fantasy sports, you have to check out Underdog Fantasy. Underdog users have already won over $100 million in prizes, and you could be next. Just go to UnderdogFantasy.com to get started.
When a car wreck throws your whole life out of whack,
Get the legal help you need when you need it the most.
and that time is right now. We're your 24/7 injury attorneys.
Lerner and Rowe are the lawyers for you. Call 222-2222.
Now handling Zentek cases.
All right, start Saturday strong with Big Noon Saturday on Fox as Heisman frontrunner C.J. Stroud leads number 2 Ohio State's offensive assault against Iowa. The Big Noon kickoff crew gets it started live from the Horseshoe at 10 a.m. Eastern, and then it's Iowa, Ohio State, of course, on Fox. Okay, the return of the prodigal son happens this weekend, and that is Tua coming back to the Miami Dolphins. Of course, James Jones and Cody Decker. They've lost 3 consecutive games. They're scoring about 8 or 9 points less per game. Waddle, of course, got rung pretty good. Tyreek Hill, not great the last couple of weeks either, but they get Tua back.
Yeah.
Is it too late?
No, absolutely not. It's early in the season. All right, you get Tua back. When Tua was out there, I mean, this offense was cooking with gasoline. I mean, he had them rolling. I mean, they beat the Buffalo Bills. They beat some good football teams. This offense was playing at a high level. You come back from 21 down against the Baltimore Ravens to win that game, right? Only thing is, this worries me, right? I would have gave it one more week.
Why?
Because I'm more worried about the health of Tua than I'm worried about winning a ball game right now.
It seems like everybody's so worried about this kid's health. It fascinates me.
Because, I mean, we all seen it. We all seen him on the ground with his fingers like that, coming back from a concussion that he wobbled off, during the field. They said it was a back. Then you come back on an early week and you get slammed again and you end up like that. So for me, I understand they said he was clear last week to play and they held him out, right, which is good. I would have held him out one more week, because I don't want you going out here taking a hit and we mess around and have any setbacks. But with him in the lineup, this team is totally different, right? They believe totally different. These receivers are totally different. This offense is cooking at a higher level, and they win ball games. 10 points, basically, without him out there. That is a lot of points. The Broncos could barely score 10 points in 4 quarters, so that's a lot of points with him out there, and it equals wins. Yeah.
Listen, they were 3-0 with him.
Yeah.
They were 0-3 without him. and there have not been really that many other changes to this lineup other than who the quarterback is now. To be fair, Teddy Bridgewater played a single play 2 weeks ago against the Jets, and the Dolphins the last 2 weeks have played with a third-string quarterback. So it's not even on Teddy Bridgewater, it's just that you have a guy that never thought he was going to throw a pass in his life, who's now been their quarterback. Well, you heard what we had to say. Mike McDaniel, what do you think about Tua coming back?
The plan is for him to approach approach the game as the starter. So he'll be able to get those reps. And on Wednesday, I don't anticipate necessarily rust from a mechanic standpoint. He's pretty gifted in that realm, and he was really the same guy. Wow. Luckily, he hadn't forgotten. He didn't start throwing right-handed. So that was a good thing.
Oh, my God. Wow. That, by the way, is a man regarded as one of the young, brilliant offensive minds in the entire NFL. And I'm just trying to, listen, people love the guy, but I can't imagine that guy right there addressing 53 of you in a locker room, trying to get you guys all pumped up for a game. All right, guys, listen. Here's what we're gonna do. Okay? Here's what we're gonna do, fellas. Okay? I just thought I'd bring you guys maybe a little entertainment here, and here's what we're gonna do. I was gonna juggle for you, but instead I just thought I'd play some groovy music for you instead to get you guys in. Like, what? Man. Like, I know he's been beaten down the last 3 weeks. I'm not sure why. That's all I got. Like, I asked him for some geeky stuff. This is what I got.
You kept digging. You got a paddle.
I got a paddle. Look at all the stuff I got.
Oh, man.
Yeah, okay.
That's great.
All right, thank you. And thank you for the magnums. I appreciate that, too. What? Now, he's not a battle. I mean, the guys love him, apparently.
Yeah.
But that's what happens when you lose 3 straight games. And, he came under fire because people thought he should have protected Tua. And now you're right. It's a weird thing because there is no right time to bring him back. At some point, he's a football player. If he passes all the medical tests, he is going to play football.
It's on him,
And that's it.
Yeah, looking at the interview, he definitely doesn't give me no Inky Johnson or nothing like that.
No.
He's definitely not no motivational speaker, But at the end of the day, you're exactly right. If you go through all the protocol and you pass all these tests, right, now it's on the player. If you are ready to go and you letting your coach know that you are ready to go and you're ready to play this game, well, then let's go. You know what I'm saying? Now, for me, basically as a fan now watching the game, and like I say, my last memory is seeing him on the ground after a short week, with a concussion, right? So for me, even as a coach, how you feeling, man? Like, sure you're ready to go? It's okay to take one more week or even another week to make sure that you are 100%, right? It is a long
but let me stop you on
season.
that. Let me stop you on that. Assuming he feels right.
Yes.
You guys are all the same in this regard.
100%.
If we role played this, are you good to go?
You better believe it.
Do you want to play on Sunday?
And the way I'm built, even if I'm not.
Right. But I think all you guys,
absolutely.
other than Mac Jones, of course, I think all you guys, the answer is always yes, Coach, I want to play. I'm ready to go.
100%.
And you will lie through your teeth because that's the competitive nature that separates you guys from us.
Yes.
I really believe that.
And I truly believe that, not saying that, the doctor shouldn't have kept him out, but I truly believe that was a big factor into him even playing on that Thursday, right? Tua is a tough dude. Tua come from humble beginnings, right? This is how I got here. All I know is grind. All I know is to battle through injuries and do this certain stuff.
Yeah.
Doc, I hear what you're saying, but I'm going out there. I've been in that situation. I'm looking at Dr. McKenzie in Green Bay. He's like, JJ, you're done for 5 weeks. I'm like, you crazy. You don't know where I came from? I ain't done for 5 weeks. I'm going out there, whether you take my helmet or not, I'm going with no helmet.
Right.
I am playing in this football game, right? So I understand that, right? So if you're ready to go, let's go, know?
Right. Like this, at some point, there's no right answer. At some point, you're going to put him out there knowing that it could happen again.
Absolutely.
Listen, like I always say, it's a violent sport, but you guys sign up for it recognizing
No doubt about
you
it.
are going to leave the game with something.
Better believe
a knee,
it, right?
an ankle, a head, shoulder.
In the rain, in the snow, it's going to happen.
Another shot. We call that a callback to baseball players being wusses is what he's getting at right there. Hey, so for Mike McDaniel, I want to give you some John Harbaugh because, you know, the way the Ravens lost to the Giants, he has invented this notion that people think they're done. Listen to what Harbaugh had to say at yesterday's press conference. Can you guys play that for us?
We'll keep fighting. We're 3-3. We're tied for first place, I guess, in our division, if you want to call it that, whatever that means. We control our own destiny 100%, and we're a really good football team. Maybe it doesn't look that way. Maybe people want to say otherwise. I like that because it gets our guys' attention, gets all of our attention. But we're capable of, and we plan on becoming a great football team. And that's our job. That's up to us to get that done.
Listen, here's the benefit. He's right. They're 3-3 and they're in first place, so they can overcome being the worst fourth quarter team in all football. And by the way, we should mention your dumb coaching decision at the end of a game, go for 2, go for 1. That whole nonsense that played out a couple weeks ago. But the Baltimore Ravens are not hard to figure out. They're a great first half team.
Yeah.
They're a decent third quarter team, and then the worst football team in America in the fourth quarter. Like, it's not hard to figure out. You're not closing out games. You have a lead in every game, and you are blowing leads at a record pace. The Ravens right now, no joke, not hyperbole, should be 6-0. Period. Stop.
Absolutely. And if it's any team in the National Football League that should have extreme confidence, it's the Baltimore Ravens.
Right.
Off of what you just said, they are dominating really good football teams. They're just not finishing the game, right? That's fixable. You can get that stuff fixed. You have a bad man at the quarterback position. Your defense is starting to play really well. Like, this team can easily be the best team in football right now if they did not blow a couple leads. So when we watch the tape and we're looking, you're really looking, saying, man, can't none of these teams mess with us. It's all what we did to ourselves in the fourth quarter to give these games up. Oh, and with all that being said, we're still in first.
Still in first place. And by the way, memo to Coach Harbaugh, there is nobody suggesting that you guys are done.
No.
To the contrary, you have one of the best quarterbacks in football now. If I wanted
in first.
Now, if we wanted to nitpick things, we certainly can. You got to run the ball better, right? Your defense has to play 4 quarters, not 2.5, and you're going to be just fine. Like right now, Cleveland's not a threat.
No doubt about it.
Pittsburgh's not a threat. No. You have a single threat in your division, and that's the Cincinnati Bengals.
The only bad thing about this right now is it's looking like you're going to have to go to Buffalo. That's the only bad thing about it, right? The only thing about you giving these games up right now is that now your home field advantage for the playoffs might be done, right? You might not be able to catch Buffalo. I don't know if Buffalo going to lose 2-3 more games in this football season. Who knows, right? So that's the only thing that sucks about giving up these games. But this is like he said, this is a really good football team, and we are not even in the meeting rooms with these guys knowing how good they can be.
Yeah, they're 15 minutes away from being 6-0. That's real stat. We've showed it 500 times already this week how bad they are in the fourth quarter. So I recognize coaches have to do their job. You know, that's kind of all that was. You know, us versus them. You know, guys love putting the media and the fan base against the guys to try to motivate them. So all good. You know, one fan base you don't have to do that with is the Buffalo fan base. And in addition to that, one fan base that's starting to get on their quarterback happens to reside in New England. And as a Jet fan, the more controversy, the better, baby. We'll get into both those stories right after this on FS1.
It takes fight to be a full-time fan. There'll be early check-ins, then late shifts, good days, and bad ones. But you'll never quit, because you're in this together. It won't always be easy, but when you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. Modelo, brewed for full-time fans, brewed for those with a fighting spirit.
A job well done deserves the perfect thank you. So you planned that thank you thinking of every detail with the promotional product experts at 4imprint. They had the items you were looking for, printed your logo perfectly, and guaranteed your order would arrive on time. And now, did you get it right? You most certainly did. When the moment needs to be just right, go to 4imprint.com. 4imprint, for certain.
If you watch football on TV, you need Fubo TV. The most college football you can get without cable. Stream up to 4 games at once with multi-view. Try free at FuboTV.com.
Fiverr freelancers developed my app exactly as I envisioned it. All I did was log on, I found freelancers, I picked the one that would fit my budget and the one that had great reviews. Join Fiverr today and get something going.
Guys, help me understand something. If hair loss is one of the biggest insecurities men face and it's totally treatable, why haven't you done anything about it? Bosley, America's #1 hair restoration experts, are here to help. Bosley uses the latest technology and science to give you your real hair back permanently. That's a promise backed by the Bosley Guarantee. And right now, they've got an incredible free offer for you. If you send that text down below, they're going to give you the completely free Bosley info kit. You're also going to get a $250 free Bosley gift card. Guys, do not wait. Do not suffer the insecurity that I know that a lot of you guys are suffering with. Bosley is a solution for you at any stage of hair loss, which is something that I love. Do you think these guys are happy they went to Bosley? So guys, what are you waiting for? Go see Bosley, send the text, and get your real hair back.
For your free information kit and free gift card for $250 off, text KEEP to 654-654. Ask about the Bosley Guarantee. Text KEEP to 654-654.
Hey, Gary. You been up there all night?
Yeah, just keeping watch.
You need SimpliSafe's wireless outdoor security camera. It has a 140-degree field of view and color night vision.
The wireless outdoor security camera from SimpliSafe.
When you prefer dream vacation over a rental nightmare. It matters where you stay. Hilton for the stay.
Can you believe this? Doug Flutie and Frank Thomas. You guys look great. Once I turn 40.
Let me guess, less energy?
Less drive?
Definitely. It's not your fault. It happens to every man. Testosterone levels drop as you age.
Happened to you guys?
Yep.
So what did you do?
We got Nugenix Total T.
To get your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, text YES to 42424. This unique man-boosting formula is powered by Testofen, a patented key ingredient clinically researched to help increase testosterone levels.
That does it. I gotta get Nugenix. Just send a text for a complimentary bottle. And by the way, she'll like it too.
Get your complimentary bottle of Nugenix now. Text YES to 42424. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, with key ingredients to help you get back in shape fast, absolutely free. That's YES to 42424.
Tonight on FS1, the NLCS begins as Bryce Harper and the Phillies
You gotta be kidding me!
take on Manny Machado and the Padres. Game 1 of the NLCS, tonight on FS1.
You know, I think we can all accept a statement as fact that I'm going to make, which is the Buffalo Bills fan base is the best fan base in the NFL.
I'll argue
Matter of fact, they're like the Philadelphia fan base, but with class.
Wow.
Is that not a fair statement for me to make?
You're just passing right over the Packers organization as I sit right here.
Yeah.
And
well,
the Packers fans probably the best fan base in the world.
No, I think, to be fair,
okay,
Packer fans are the nicest.
That's
like
fine.
one of our producers, Mike, is a diehard Jet fan. He went out to Lambeau this weekend.
But loyal and best fan bases, even though they're nice?
Not loyal. They're just nice. And let's be honest, you have nothing else to do in Green Bay anyway.
Any stadium the Green Bay Packers go into, unless it's either Kansas City or possibly Buffalo, they take the stadium over with.
Okay, fine. Does it make you happy? Green Bay's got a great fan base also. Yeah, they were giving out free bratwurst to Jet fans after getting their asses handed to them.
We look out for everybody.
It's just foreign
we're so
to me
used
to
to
be
winning,
nice.
we're not poor sports.
Okay. So I just it's a quick Buffalo Bills story. Von Miller told, you guys could throw it up there, that going back to training camp, Von Miller didn't like the toilet paper that they had in the dorm he was living in. So Buffalo Bills fans sent him a bunch of toilet paper.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, so that he was comfortable
They didn't send him
when he
that
had to do his business. So I just want to let you guys know that I've done the same for you. I got you, that's the 2-ply.
Let me see.
And Cody, I got you the 1-ply.
Come on.
Yeah. So
Cody's is going to scratch his booty.
you get the Charmin, you get the other brand. I just found it
Where did you
upstairs.
even find 1-ply these days?
Yeah, well, you're a baseball player and you're a minor leaguer. You should be used to it now.
Oh, I'm happy I got anything.
If you do it in the rain, it'll make it a little soft.
Hey! We do not work in the rain because we're smart.
Yeah. Okay. For those of you that have to go to the bathroom on the cruise, just as a matter of fact, here you guys go. Take it, okay?
Go ahead.
If anyone would like some 1-ply.
Now you guys can go. All right. Yesterday on the show, you guys poo-pooed me, and it's a lesson that you guys both learned. Don't ever do that, because I told you that I kind of had the sense that there was trouble in paradise with Mac Jones and Bill Belichick, not just because Zappy's played well and they're now back to 500, but because of how Mac Jones handled the injury situation, right? Well, Albert Breer, a little late because I kind of had the story in advance. I don't cover the Patriots, though. Albert Breer basically said things are going a little sideways right now in New England, and just to give it to you, there's a chance for them to sort it out, but Mac's got to start doing some things better. This is more about football. I trust the offense, kind of play within our system and all that stuff. But I told you, with Bill Belichick, he don't mess around.
Yeah.
It's one of those things we know, like, doesn't matter who you are, other than Tom Brady, doesn't matter what your name is, doesn't matter where we drafted you, it's either get along or get going along, right?
Yeah, I really want to know the ins and outs of this situation, right? Because, I mean, we're all speculating right now, like, is Mac Jones ready? And he's like, no, I'm not ready. Like, we just talked about Tua, right? Hey, I'm going no matter what. I don't care what is he one of those guys that's like, hey, the doctors are like, your ankle's good or whatever's hurt on your body is fine. And he's like, well, I'm going to take a little bit longer and all that.
Which is a problem.
Which is a problem, especially when you have a young guy in Bailey Zappi that comes in and balls. Yesterday, I was on here, and I was on First Things First, and I said, this is not a quarterback controversy, right? When Mac and Cheese is ready, it is his job. When this comes out and stuff like this comes out, a lot of times this stuff don't sit well with coaches, right? So for me, I don't know how this is going to play out now. If Bailey Zappi continues to play well,
he's gonna play.
and you're not, in good faith with the organization, and they don't know, I can see them staying with the young
but not just that. It's like Mac Jones, he had a good rookie season. I don't want to make it something it's not, right? But Mac Jones hasn't earned anything yet in his NFL career, other than we know he could play at the NFL level. As a mediocre quarterback, he's had some flashes, to be fair. But if Zappi keeps winning, and you have a guy that, whether it's smoke or not, has allegedly said, I want more time to heal, I'm not ready to come back, I want to see my own doctor, I want to take my time, and the other kid is killing it, I think the answer is obvious. Zappi plays.
I understand what you're saying, but see, I always go back to, is Zappi better than him? You may think he is.
I don't know if he is.
I think it's clear that Mac Jones is clearly better than Zappi, right?
Okay.
I think they have simplified a lot. The opponents have been favorable for him, and he's been going out there and playing well. That's why I say it is no quarterback controversy, because I believe Mac Jones is much better than him at the quarterback spot. I think he gives them a better chance to win. But with all this put in place, right, and you not being in good faith with the organization, I could see them trying to be like, sit out then if you're done, especially if we're winning.
And here's the other part. They've won 2 games in a row.
Yeah.
They're 500, so they're not out of anything.
Yeah.
They play Thursday night against the Chicago Bears.
Another favorable opponent.
So let's just play it out. They beat Chicago on Thursday night. Now they're 4-3.
Who's next?
So you're on the right side of 500.
Yeah.
And now the kids won 3 consecutive games. Like, winning is important.
Yeah.
And the more you win, it's kind of like Cooper Rush in a lot of ways. Like, I firmly believe if Cooper Rush had led the comeback and the Cowboys beat the Eagles, you have yourself a problem in Dallas as to who's the starting quarterback. Now, Matt Jones ain't Dak Prescott. I understand that. But if he wins 3 games in a row, meaning Zappe, he's playing again next Sunday.
Yeah, so Zappe basically is going to start the next 2 games, right? Because he plays the Bears, who's a really favorable opponent, and then he has the Jets, who is a really favorable opponent.
What's that?
Wow.
Excuse me?
He has the Jets, who's a really favorable opponent.
The Jets that shut down the Vaughn and Green Bay offense?
He might really win 4 in a row.
Is that right?
And possibly be starting for the next 3 weeks.
By the way, I can't wait.
God is good to Bailey Zappe, giving him the Bears and the Jets. Really good to him.
I hope you're here on Halloween. I hope you're here the day after the beatdown that is the New York Jets. By the way,
because if they lose, I'm gonna act a fool.
Remember this. Other than a couple wins that were very important, including an AFC playoff game, we have gone 2 decades being dominated by the New England Patriots.
I'm not going.
It's Armageddon time.
I'm not going to lie.
2 weeks
I'm
from
not
now.
going to lie to you. I sit here and give you a hard time because you're a Jets fan.
That's okay.
But if it's one team that I do hate, is the Patriots. So I pray the Jets win, but we'll see.
Listen, can you imagine Bailey Zappe against Quinnen Williams? Can you imagine him trying to throw an out pass against Sauce Gardner? This has a 42-3 beatdown, and it's not even this weekend.
After watching Quinnen Williams this week against Aaron Rodgers, I don't think it's any quarterback who want to see.
But you do make one good point. They have the Bears. Here's where the Patriots have a problem. After the Jets, they have the Colts. Then they have the bye week, and then they get their asses handed to them again by the New York Jets after the bye week. They have the Jets 2 out of the next 4 weeks. That's back-to-back losses, my friend.
Bailey Zappe must be going to church because he is blessed with this schedule right here to continue his hot streak right now.
Okay, Big Lebowski. Keep on doing it. Keep on doing it. Listen, football is not the only thing cooking. We have last night's debacle at Yankee Stadium, making fans wait 4.5 hours to cancel a game. They play this afternoon, and the NLCS on FS1 happens as well. Cody's going to break that down for us right after this.
If you're loud, be louder. If you stand out, stand strong. And if you got the devil on your shoulder, take him for a ride.
That's half the fun of a new house, seeing what people left behind in the attic.
Well, saving on homeowners insurance with Geico's help was pretty fun, too.
Oh, it's a tiny dancer.
They left a ton of stuff up here.
Well, enjoy your house.
Nope. No, thank you.
Geico could help you save on homeowners and renters insurance.
From early morning till late at night, I'm the hardest.
It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Michelob Ultra.
Fiverr freelancers help me with product design. Just always simple and easy. I log on, I tell them what I need, and I get it delivered. Your turn. Get started on Fiverr today.
Buying a home? Rocket Mortgage will cover 1% of your rate for the first year at no cost to you with Inflation Buster. That means more cash for more of what you love. Save when you buy a home today. Visit inflationbuster.com to get started.
Whenever heartburn strikes, get fast relief with Tums. It's time to love food back.
The first time you connected your website and your store was also the first time you realized...
Well, we can do anything. Cheesecake cookies?
The Chookie!
Manage all your sales from one place with a partner that always puts you first. GoDaddy, tools and support for every small business first.
For the visionaries. For the trailblazers. For the last to leave. and the first to think ahead. There's Grainger, supplies and solutions for every industry, with access to trained experts and 24/7 support. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Trick or treat! Kit Kat Reese's!
Oh, great costume. Looks like you deserve both.
See ya, boys.
Let's talk about National Tight End Day.
This is big. It's the National Tight End Day.
Kittle, Kelsey, the best 2 tight ends in the league. Olsen in the booth. Is there anything better?
I haven't even mentioned Patrick Mahomes.
He's must-watch TV every single week.
The NFL, Sunday on Fox, home of Super Bowl 57.
Hi, I'm Alok, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Grilled Spicy Deluxe is it has that kick. Not too spicy, but it's just enough for your taste buds to feel that level of heat. And you're like, ooh, this is good. It's the perfect amount of spicy.
Hi, I'm Capri, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Grilled Spicy Deluxe is the chicken. You can tell they actually put it on the grill, cooked it in the sauce, marinated it. You're definitely getting a good grilled spicy sandwich.
Hi, I'm Alok, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Grilled Spicy Deluxe is it has that kick. Not too spicy, but it's just enough for your taste buds to feel that level of heat. And you're like, ooh, this is good. It's the perfect amount of spicy.
Hi, I'm Capri, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Grilled Spicy Deluxe is the chicken. You can tell they actually put it on the grill, cooked it in the sauce, marinated it. You're definitely getting a good grilled spicy sandwich.
Baseball, Manny Machado. I know him. Bryce Harper.
Yes.
Philly star.
I know him.
Juan Soto.
Yes.
That guy.
Reese Hoskins, come on.
Oh, first baseman. Josh Hader with the worst hair in baseball.
Best hair.
Zach Wheeler, former Met. And Harper, one more time. The Stars are out in the National League Championship Series. And it all happens tonight on FS1. You have Bryce and the Phillies trying to continue this ridiculous wild card run against Manny Machado and the Padres. They're trying to go back to the World Series for the first time in 24 years. Game 1, NLCS. Coverage starts at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific, right here on FS1. And of course, if you're digitally inclined, they're not. The Fox Sports app. Take it with you on the go. All right, Cody, my first question is, whatever happened to Fernando Tatis Jr., and what's he thinking right about now?
What's he thinking right now?
Yeah.
This is a nightmare, and what happened to him is he broke a bunch of rules, and he's at home. Not to mention all the motorcycle accidents he got in the offseason. Everything he did wrong has culminated to this.
All right, so break it down. Phillies are a team that a lot of people say they shouldn't even be there, you know, the way they got into the postseason. But you get hot at the right time, you get good pitching, timely hitting, and bang, you're in the NLCS.
They can swing the bat. They can swing the bat just about as good as any team in Major League Baseball. Their pitching is also not bad either, and they're actually built to win in a playoff setting, in a 5-game series, a 7-game series. You got Wheeler, you got Nola. They got arms that can beat any single team in Major League Baseball. Defensively, they're dreadful. Dreadful.
All right, so walk me through San Diego. Obviously, they take out the New York Mets in the first round. They acquired Juan Soto at the trade deadline, best young player in baseball. How good are they, and handicap the series for us?
How good are they? They just beat the Los Angeles Dodgers. That's how good they are.
The Dodgers dodgered. That's
yes,
what
they did. They do it every single year. It's the worst.
Like the last 10 years, I think they've won the division 9 out of 10.
Yes.
They've spent in that time frame almost $3 billion on players. And the only World Series they have was a Fugazi one because it was during COVID. It was a 60-game season. It don't even really count. No.
I think it counts, but the Padres do have something really big going for them, and that's their pitching. Their pitching is ridiculous. Their bullpen is ridiculous. And by the way, a name we haven't even mentioned, Manny Machado is going to be a finalist for the NL MVP this year. He's not going to win it, but he's in the top 5. Juan Soto is a monster, and he's starting to look like Juan Soto again. Not to mention Josh Hader, who was the best closer in baseball, didn't give up a run until, 3 months into the season? Then he became a disaster. Comes over here. He hasn't given up a run in a month.
So who wins Game 1?
Yeah, well, Game 1 and also the series. You've been pretty good with your predictions thus far, to give you credit. Walk us through Game 1 and the series.
You got Yu Darvish on the mound for the San Diego Padres. They're in San Diego. Like you mentioned, San Diego hasn't been to a World Series since they lost to the Yankees in, 1998? This is a city that's hungry for it. They've lost the Clippers. They've lost the Chargers. They only have the San Diego Padres. And that place is going to be the loudest place on earth tonight.
So you like San Diego to go to the World Series?
I like San Diego going to the World Series. I can't believe I'm saying it, but the Padres, I think, are going to beat the Philadelphia Phillies and go to the Major League World Series.
6-1-9.
And here I was trying to find good things to say about Philadelphia. And by the way, for executives that might be watching this, Cody's the one that picked against Philadelphia.
I didn't say it's not going to be a great series.
I just want to make sure you understand. I want to make sure
switch up now, Cody.
I want to make sure.
No, come my way.
Last night, one of the worst things I've ever experienced took place in the Bronx, and it could be a lot of things, of course. I don't want to get into many of them because I'm not sure who's watching the show right now. But it's these poor people.
Yeah.
The stadium opened at 5 o'clock last night. We knew the rain was going to come in at some point. So it started off with, we figure we'll start about 8 o'clock, bang. 8:30, no. 9 o'clock, no. And at 9:38 last night, baseball said, listen, the forecast changed. And because it changed, we waited and waited and waited, and there's just no way to get this game in. By 11 o'clock, yeah, it was dry, but that's far too late to start a game. They made these poor people, these hardworking, blue-collar New Yorkers, sit in that stadium for 4.5 hours only to postpone the game to this afternoon at 4:07. It is one of the worst displays of mistreating fans in the history of organized sport. Now, they didn't do it on purpose. Major League Baseball is not responsible for weather changes, but we could have done a better job, canceling that game a little bit earlier. Now let's get to the baseball part of it. A lot of people thought that the New York Yankees wanted this game postponed because it allows them to start Nestor Cortez tonight. And Cleveland, of course, then would counter, a lot of people think, with Shane Bieber. But they've not committed to that yet. Who does the delay to today help more, the Yankees or the Guardians?
Yankees. And here's why.
So that's why they hustled the system.
Maybe. It might be because
you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
All hands on deck. We remember yesterday, all of a sudden it got leaked out that Garrett Cole wanted to come out and pitch after throwing 110 pitches.
Let me stop that because that story's crazy to me. Let me put this away because...
Come on!
No, listen. Garrett Cole has figured out the media game. Yeah. You know it obviously well. You know it well also. There was no chance that Garrett Cole, having thrown 110 pitches the night before, was going to pitch even one pitch in last night's game. So here's what he did. He went to Aaron Boone, the manager of the Yankees. He said, hey, Skipper. Hey, Skipper. Because that's what you do in baseball. You call grown men Skipper.
Yes, we do.
Hey, Skipper, if you need me, I'm available tonight. Aaron Boone says, appreciate that, great leadership. You're not pitching tonight. And then Garrett Cole picked up the phone and he called Jack Curry, who's the Major League Baseball reporter in New York. And he said, Jack, tell the story that I offered to pitch again tonight because I'm a badass. Psst, gotta run, right? Like that.
Yeah.
Jack Curry reports that every Yankee fan reacts, the idiots a lot of them are, going, oh, Garrett Cole, what a gamer. Garrett Cole wasn't going to pitch last night.
Yeah?
It was never going to happen.
Guess what?
What?
He might pitch tonight instead. 2 days rest, and the Yankees bullpen is a little shaky. Garrett Cole can easily go out and close this game in the 9th inning, and quite frankly, if I'm Aaron Boone, Garrett Cole is closing this game today.
So you're telling me, let's just play out the scenario. We're talking baseball, sorry.
I know.
All right.
I know.
If the Yankees...
I'm just listening to y'all talk this stuff,
it's a small white
I'm just
ball,
hoping it don't rain. I'm just hoping it...
Yankees are up a run.
Yes.
9th inning. Peralta's available, Holmes is available, and Garrett Cole's available. Who are you bringing in to close out Guardians?
Garrett Cole, because hold on, there's a reason. There's a reason. It's because Clay Holmes pitched in the 8th inning. It's all hands on deck today. Nestor Cortez is on short rest. Jameson Taillon was supposed to start yesterday. I wouldn't be surprised if you saw him in today's game. And Garrett Cole, yes, not on 1 day's rest, 2 days rest. And today's the day Garrett Cole becomes a legend.
All right, so you think that the delay benefits the Yankees. I can tell you as a fact that Aaron Boone wanted this game pushed back and Terry Francona did not. I know that as a fact. Now, they met like 4 times last night, every half hour, to try to figure out what to do with the rain. And at the end of the day, unfortunately, the fans got screwed the most. And it was so boring for these guys, the players, waiting for an answer, that a couple of the Guardians went on the baseball field and started throwing a football.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. Not a baseball, Cody. A football.
Yes, a light, safe ball that is easy to throw in all temperatures and all weathers. You can't do it with a baseball. It's a more, it's a more intellectual game, I like to say.
It just sucks that the only people not scared of the rain is the Yankee fan.
Let me ask you a question.
They came out there with their ponchos and all that.
They did.
Like, let's play some baseball.
Yeah, let me ask you a question.
Yes.
You're an American?
Sometimes.
You grew up in this country?
Yes.
Right? You're a great athlete, obviously.
I think so.
At no point did anyone say, hey, put this glove on. Hey, take this bat. I'm fascinated, and you're not the first. Bart Scott, Ray Rice.
I played Little League baseball.
Terrell Suggs.
Yeah.
Like, people are like, what?
I just didn't fall in love with the sport.
You did?
Yeah, it was just too slow for
But you did play at some point.
I played Little
Like,
League,
if I said we're going to play a charity softball game, and I said to you,
better Google my highlights in charity softball, man.
Baby. Oh, baby.
Oh, man. Can't take out the park.
So if I said you're playing second base, you would know where second base is.
Come on now.
And I'm not saying this to be disrespectful.
Yes,
I've experienced guys like
100%.
you not knowing where second base is.
No.
Like, true story.
I'm good, ready to go.
Baltimore Raven running back Ray Rice.
Oh,
all right?
Yeah.
I said, Ray, you're playing second base. Let's just pretend that my pad here is the actual base, right?
He stood on it.
He walked over to it and stood on top of it.
Come on.
Yeah.
No. Obviously. No, I played, but I just, like I say, a little too slow for me. But,
Well, all right, we're looking
I only
forward
tune in the playoffs.
You do have 2 games tonight.
Yes.
Yankees, of course, Game 5. That's the elimination game. And then right here on FS1 at 7 o'clock, as we mentioned, you get the NLCS. Last night.
So I'm assuming you got Yankees.
I got Yankees tonight. I
should have
definitely
asked.
do. Yeah.
Good point. I didn't ask you. You like the Yankees?
I like the Yankees
I'll leave
tonight.
the show.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
There you go. Okay, what's next?
I got you right here. What's next? Monday Night Football. We're finna bring this thing in. We're gonna talk a little Russ. We're gonna talk a little Herbert. They both was garbage, but hey.
Actually, we're gonna
Chargers
do it now.
got the dub.
We're
doing it
now.
now. No break. I thought I was sending us the break. You know what I mean? They say players mess up. You know.
All right, last night, more bad football. What started off
that.
Yeah. Listen, Russell Wilson started off great. 10 consecutive completions to 9 different guys, and it looked like, okay, maybe Nathaniel Hackett on that Bronco offense has figured things out. They scored 13 points in the first half, which is not great, but better than what they've been doing. And then all of a sudden, it all disappeared. And in the second half, Russell Wilson literally threw for 15 yards, and yet they had a chance. Except, here's how this game went. No offense at all in the fourth quarter or in the third quarter. They go to overtime. Chargers, you're right, are just as bad last night offensively as the Broncos. So they played a little game that we call 3 and out. Denver got the ball, 3 and out. Chargers got the ball, 3 and out. Denver got the ball, 3 and out. Chargers got the ball, 3 and out.
Yeah.
And on, and on, and on. And then finally, when the Chargers decided after another 3 and out to punt the ball, you see the play right here, a couple of Denver Broncos. One guy actually got pushed into another guy, a short punt, lousy punt. So the 2 Broncos collide. The ball hits one of them. Chargers get the ball. First down, nothing. Second down, nothing. Third down, nothing. And then they bring out a wounded kicker who has a bad hamstring, who comes on the field and nails a 39-yard kick, his 4th kick made of the night, and thank God they put us all to bed and didn't make us watch more 3-and-outs. Everybody lifts him up. The guy can barely walk off the field. And then after the game, he said, I got one man to thank, because without this guy, I wouldn't have had the ability to kick these 4 kicks to bring my team the dub. And let's hear what he said.
You were in a lot of pain. How were you able to grit this one out?
Before I directly answer that, I just want to say thank you to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.
Hey, thanks. Take care.
Love you, brother. I got so much to be thankful for apart from football. And so when something like this happens, I'm blessed either way. But to be on the good side of that is obviously, it feels a lot better. But yeah, I was hurting pretty good. So we'll go back inside and try to figure out what that looks like.
And, you know, that's kickers are known to be very tough.
Yeah.
That guy's got more stones than Aaron Rodgers, because Aaron Rodgers took himself out of the game on Sunday because his thumb hurt. This guy's got a bad leg.
Took him out.
Okay,
And he's kicking the football.
He's got a bad
He's not
leg.
going to get hit by Leonard Williams. I mean, what's my man's name again?
Quinnen Williams.
Quinnen Williams.
Yeah.
He's not going to get hit by Quinnen Williams again. He's kicking the ball.
He's a kicker with a bad leg.
And they're going to come out today and say he's okay.
The best part about
like
that,
a heat pad and all that on there, you know.
The best part of the interview is that he's doing the interview, and I guess the long snapper, or the holder, pardon me, comes by, and he's like, hey, great hold, man.
Yeah. Love you, brother.
Like,
Love you.
right around.
Yeah.
And he did save us, because
Love you,
that
brother.
second
Get off my
half,
interview now.
the second half of that game and overtime yesterday was, I never say unwatchable, because you watch it because we love the NFL. But, you know, when every possession is 3 and out, it almost got to a point where, and follow me on this, where I was kind of rooting for more 3 and outs. like if someone had gotten a first down, that would have ticked me off. Like, I wanted to see how many consecutive 3 and outs the Broncos and the Chargers could do back to back to back to back to back.
It's crazy, though, because, you know, being a Jets fan and not being used to scoring a lot of points, I thought you would, like, appreciate some good defense. You know what I mean? Like, those two defenses, I know it's 2 good quarterbacks, but those defenses were flying around playing
so I guess the question is, how much of it do we give credit to the defenses? I respect that. Versus these offenses haven't been right all year. That's part of it.
Every time Justin Herbert made a throw, the Broncos defense responded. You got what I'm saying? Every time Russell Wilson made a play, that Chargers defense responded. We either a sack, tackle for loss, PBU, right? It was fun. Me being an offensive player, I'm like, these defenses is flying around. They know exactly what's coming from both quarterbacks, whether the quarterbacks was getting outside the pocket, inside the pocket. They were playing some big-time defense.
Cody, you have any idea what a PBU is?
Not a clue.
Oh,
what's a PBU?
Well, educate the audience.
I'll educate the audience. A PBU is what DBs do best, right? Because they can't catch, right? So they can't get a lot of interceptions. No, I'm playing. But a PBU is a pass breakup, right? PBU, right? They throw it to the receiver. They bat that thing down, kind of like Sauce Gardner did Alan Lazard before he put the cheese head on his head. Really good play. PBU, knock it down. But the defense was playing at a high level. The DBs was playing at a high level. Everybody except the guy that got benched for the Chargers. They big pay, you know, cornerback Jackson.
Well,
but really
I can tell you this, after last night's game, they've not played great, and yet the Chargers are 4-2. So if they figure out that offense, and obviously Herbert does get healthier because he's still got some residual pain, I guess, from the ribs, they might be a big problem for a lot of teams.
Only tough dudes know about that.
There is a big problem right now in the NFL, and that big problem is the Green Bay Packers and Aaron Rodgers not being on the same page as his head coach. That's coming up right after this on FS1. Oh, and his Dak back. We got so much more to do, I forgot.
Wanted. Full-time fans. Must be enthusiastic problem solvers. Possess strong communication skills. Be good under pressure, willing to travel, and happy to work weekends. Modelo, brewed for full-time fans, brewed for those with a fighting spirit.
Your record label is taking off, but so is your sound engineer. You need to hire.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Indeed Instant Match instantly delivers quality candidates matching your job description. Visit Indeed.com/hire.
Can you believe this? Doug Flutie and Frank Thomas. You guys look great. Once I turn 40...
Let me guess, less energy? Less drive?
Definitely.
It's not your fault. It happens to every man. Testosterone levels drop as you age.
Happened to you guys?
Yep.
So what did you do?
We got Nugenix Total T.
To get your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, text FORT to 231-231. This unique man-boosting formula is powered by Testofen, a patented key ingredient clinically researched to help increase testosterone levels.
That does it. I gotta get Nugenix.
Just send a text for a complimentary bottle. And by the way, she'll like it too.
Get your complimentary bottle of Nugenix now. Text FORT to 231-231. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, with key ingredients to help you get back in shape fast. Absolutely free. That's FORT to 231-231.
Your granddaughter's going to love that.
Third-generation sailor.
Sailor? Make sure she joins USAA.
My family loves USAA. We've been members for 40 years. But you can keep trying, though.
USAA. It's for the military community.
Did you know GoodRx can help you get a better price on your family's prescriptions?
I just open the app, type in the name of our meds. That's it. Savings on my asthma medication. All right, round two, baby, round two. Oh, yeah. Savings on my husband's blood pressure refills. And savings on my daughter's allergy pills.
Prescription savings for the whole family.
Have a good one.
Another good reason to check GoodRx.
The World Cup has moved to the holidays.
Oh my gooseberries, this is going to make everything wonderful.
We've got work to do. We're going to need lots and lots of sweaters.
3,000 more hamburgers!
And maybe some freshly baked cookies.
Little nutmeg.
We've been friends for so long, and I guess what I'm trying to say is I love... You didn't use Credible.com for your personal loan, and now you're getting nonstop spam calls.
Yeah.
It's either credible or it's not.
Credible.com.
Over the years, you pay your insurance. But the minute you're in a car wreck, the insurance companies treat you like a crook.
Don't be bullied by the insurance companies. Get Lerner and Rowe.
Lerner and Rowe are the lawyers for you. Call 222-2222.
Mowing days are here at Menards. That means you'll save $20 instantly when you spend $200 or more on mowing products. That's extra savings on faucets and sinks, shower heads and shower rods, and more. The savings don't stop there. You'll still save 11% on everything. So update your bathroom or create the kitchen of your dreams with big savings in home mowing products during mowing days at Menards.
When a car wreck throws your whole life out of whack, get the legal help you need when you need it the most. And that time is right now. We're your 24/7 injury attorneys.
Lerner and Rowe are the lawyers for you. Call 222-2222.
Now handling Zentek cases.
Tonight on FS1, the NLCS begins as Bryce Harper and the Phillies.
You gotta be kidding me!
Take on Manny Machado and the Padres.
Absolute madness! It's about to go down!
Game 1 of the NLCS, tonight on FS1.
So I think Meatloaf had it right when he sang Trouble in Paradise as a theme song for the Green Bay Packers. This is former Green Bay Packer James Jones, of course, Cody Decker, and we still got plenty of show for you. You know, Aaron Rodgers on Sunday said, you know, one of the issues for your lousy offense is that he felt like you got to simplify things. We got to simplify things, right? We got to coordinate. We have to simplify things. Well, when the quarterback says something, we all run to the head coach because we're looking for controversy.
No doubt
we're looking to break you guys apart and cause strife in the Green Bay Packer organization. So my ilk media members ran to Matt LaFleur to ask him about simplifying the offense for the legendary Aaron Rodgers. Check this out.
Matt, were you surprised to hear how much Aaron wants to simplify the offense yesterday?
I don't know what that means. So, no, we talked about it. It's just anytime that there's a lack of execution, and certainly we got to coach better, no doubt about it. We've got to put our guys in better positions. Just communication from top down and then out on the field, has got to be better. We got to get everybody on the same page.
Oh, all right. So he started off being honest. Then he went into liar, liar, pants on fire, coach speak. But there's two things to take out of that. He's no idea what Aaron Rodgers is talking about. Simplifying the offense. And what he said at the end there, I think is telling, and that is the whole communication nonsense.
He definitely has an idea of what Aaron Rodgers is talking about, but you heard him say that we got to talk about it.
Pardon me a second. Can you guys get that up again real quick? Maybe James didn't hear it.
I heard it.
I just want to hear the very beginning of it.
I heard it.
Matt LaFleur, Aaron Rodgers said, we have to simplify things. I want to make sure JJ heard it because you said he does know what
Matt, were you surprised to hear how much Aaron wants to simplify the offense yesterday?
I don't know what that means.
Okay. Just want to make sure we're on the same page, okay?
I was listening in too, man. He knows what Aaron Rodgers is talking about.
Perhaps you need to hear it again.
I agree. Definitely.
With what side?
I agree with Aaron Rodgers' side, right? You need to let these young fellas go out there and play fast, right? It might be a little bit too complicated right now. Devontae Adams is not there. These kids have not been in the system for 3 years, right? You're depending on young fellas to go out there and make big plays in the ball game, right? Maybe we might be doing too much. You know what I mean? I don't know what it means from the standpoint of Aaron Rodgers. I wish he would have went in depth. What are you talking about?
Sure.
Is it too much movement? Is it too many formations? Are we going into the game with too many plays? Do you want what do you mean, right? So it could mean a lot. I know everybody wants to come out and just shoot Aaron Rodgers down like, oh, he's not playing well, so he's saying everything. No, like what do you mean? Sometimes with Coach Mike, we would run 100 plays in practice, run 2 in the game. Why are we running so much?
Right.
We need to simplify, so it's a lot of stuff that could go in on that. Number one, Aaron Rodgers came back to the Green Bay Packers because of his relationships with LaFleur. Not anybody else in that organization, because of the relationship he has with LaFleur.
And they've had tremendous success together. And the fact that they're not on the same page doesn't make sense to me. But it sounds like, they also have not done a lot of losing in the regular season.
And that's the main thing, right? You haven't done a lot of losing. And this doesn't necessarily tell me not on the same page. This tells me these are the questions that you get when you look like that.
Yes.
When you lose to the New York Giants and you look like the way you played. When you lose to the sorry New York Jets. No, I ain't going to say sorry. New York Jets 4-2. I ain't going to say sorry. But when you lose to the New York Jets, right? These are the questions that you have to answer.
Because it's so AB normal. It's not what you guys ever dealt with, and all of a sudden, the buzzards are circling. And I think this is where, there's a great line where your stressful situations don't create character, it reveals character. You're going to find out exactly who the Green Bay Packers are.
100%.
And look, maybe it's as simple as there's a lot of young wide receivers there that don't have a lot of game experience in this offense. So, pardon the pun, but dumb it down. Make it easy. Just go be a ball player. I got a guy who's going to get you the ball.
Coach Mike McCarthy's offense, and everybody had problems with Coach Mike McCarthy's offense. When we started losing, they had problems with Coach Mike McCarthy's offense. Coach Mike's offense was very simple, right? You line up and you play. Maybe a couple motions every now and then, but you line up and you play football, right? And it helped Greg Jennings. It helped Jordy Nelson. It helped myself. It helped Donald Driver. It helped Randall Cobb, right? To just go out there and play fast, and we have a guy that can spin it all over the yard.
You mentioned Mike McCarthy. I have a couple minutes left here to bring up the Dallas Cowboys. Of course, the big situation is now that they lost to the Eagles, and Dak Prescott's pretty much announced to the entire world, I'm throwing seeds right now. My balls are exploding as I throw them. Mike McCarthy discussed Dak playing or not playing, and is it contradictory to what somebody else had to say? Let's start with Mike McCarthy.
Dak is going to be cleared here officially. I think I haven't spoken to the medical group yet, but The anticipation is for Dak to be cleared today or tomorrow, and then he'll be returned to practice on Wednesday.
All right, so there's the head coach telling you he's been cleared. He's going to practice on Wednesday. Dak Prescott is our starting quarterback again. Well, Stephen Jones was asked about it, and Stephen Jones didn't exactly agree with the assessment of the head coach. Let us hear Stephen Jones.
Well, that still remains to be seen, and I've obviously seen where Dak's feeling really good about himself. That's the most important thing of all, is that he feels like he can throw the ball the way he needs to throw it to be successful, and certainly we'll see what the week brings and see if he's able to be consistent this week with how he feels with that thumb, and we'll go from there. But again, I can't say enough about Cooper Rush.
Boy, they love Cooper Rush and what he did. And by the way, he did a great job. He really did.
He did what he was supposed to do.
This is not a knock on Cooper Rush, but Cooper Rush, when you completing 10 passes in a game, and you have a team that somehow survived, more than a month without your starting quarterback, and he's ready to go. He's ready to go. Now, I understand there's a gamesmanship involved here. You want to save it to the last minute as who your starter is going to be. But the world knows Dak Prescott, rightfully so, is starting for the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, and the world knows that Dak Prescott is back and ready to start. But listening to both of those people talk right there, like, it wouldn't surprise me if Cooper Rush went out in this game, right? And it wouldn't be necessarily bad. You play the Detroit Lions, right? You have a big-time defense. That's what you've been winning with anyway, right? So maybe let's go one more week with Cooper Rush. But isn't this one more good week for Dak Prescott to rest that hand and come back 100%?
Yeah, I think this is a week because you think you're much better than Detroit.
Yes.
Yeah, I would go the other way. I'd bring Dak in because I think it's a better setup for him playing well and the offense playing well with him under center. It's almost time to go. Before we go, we did a deep dive search into Google. Yeah. You mentioned that you're a stud in celebrity softball games.
Yeah, come on now.
We've got the highlight.
Oh, baby. Dude,
quick look.
You got me?
Let's see it. Here he is. Quick look. And...
Oh, yes.
What is this?
Look at that. Oh, you see my shimmy? That's the Donald Driver shimmy right there. You know what I'm saying? Why y'all didn't get my hit, though?
How'd you get on base?
You see, everybody, nobody.
He walked in a softball game. He walked in a softball game.
You see all my teammates. I ain't play a lot of baseball, but everybody has to play. You know what that means.
No mercy, no mercy, no mercy. Let's go face to face. I embrace debate. I don't make mistakes. I just make my case. Drop mic when I'm done. One more can I say? Not bite to my tongue. I don't like the taste. I'm on and I'm on and I own my opponent. I'm always in the zone. Either zoned out of zone, and then we could get it poppin'. Pick the topic if you want to skip and shine and skip the hopping. Took these sports and made them pop. Say all right, undisputed.
Happy opening day of the NBA season. Good morning, everybody. Welcome into Undisputed. I'm Jen Hale here with Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp. Hi, guys.
Good morning. Good morning. So now, Shannon Sharp, you have two teams who are stuck with Russ. You have your Broncos and your Lakers are stuck with Russ. Congratulations.
But the Broncos are in more trouble because they're stuck with Russ for at least 4 more years. The Lakers can get out.
That's true, and they don't have the phony goat.
No, they got it real. They got it real. Well, we got a couple of goats up there. We had Elway and we had Manny. So we got 2 goats.
I thought you were going to say Elway and Sharp.
No, Elway and Manny. We got 2 goats in the mile.
All right.
And, of course, our Shannon Sharp and our Mark Schlereth.
Yeah.
Lots of great ones all the way around. But, guys, that game last night, Russell Wilson and the Broncos lost to the Chargers 19-16 in OT. They're now 2-4 on the season. The Broncos had 3 possessions when they were tied at 16, but each one ended in a punt. Wilson had just under 190 yards for 1 touchdown. Shannon, how much blame does Russell Wilson deserve for last night's loss?
A lot, a considerable amount, the lion's share of it. Because again, last night he was terrible. And now they're coming out talking about he might have had a hamstring issue. It seems like every time he plays bad, he comes up with an issue, Skip. If you think about it, a couple of weeks ago, he had the lat. He had very similar to Dak Prescott. Last night, his hamstring bothered him. What does that have to do with his decision making? There are several times he has the tight end right in his line of sight.
He did.
Just dump the ball to the tight end. That got nothing to do with the lat. That has nothing to do with his hamstring.
Nope.
Russell Wilson is not seeing the field very well. He's playing even worse than he's seeing the field.
That's
and
true.
I don't know what kind of protection they got going on, Skip, where they just allow men to run scot-free up the middle of the field. Either change the protection, go rip or liz or rip, or you gap protect it where you block down and you turn the outside guys loose. Let them travel the farthest to get to your quarterback. Don't give Derwin James, don't give the middle backer a free shot or a free run at your quarterback. Russ, what are you doing? Do you not see them like, oh, man, I might need to redirect this protection. Hey, instead of we got a right call on, let's go Liz.
Yep.
Slide the line to the left, turn the back, send the back to the right, and block it up like that. Skip, he's playing bad. $245 million, this is what it's gotten him. 5 touchdown passes in 6 games. He's 30th in completion percentage. The worst scoring offense in the NFL. 15 points a game. That defense is good enough to have won 5 of those ball games.
I'll buy that.
They're 4th in scoring defense, considering they're getting nothing, absolutely nothing from their offense.
Yep.
And they're still giving up 16.5 points a game. No Randy Gregory. Ronald Darby's down. They played a rookie last night, and he got it handed to him. It's trial by fire. He had 4 pass interference. They're a very undisciplined team. They're leading the league in penalties. They had another 150 yards last night. The thing you had.
Coaching.
You either coach it or condone it.
You do.
That's it. The 2 C's. You coaching it or you condoning it.
Yeah.
Now, which is it? How do you put a stop to it? Or when are you going to put a stop to it? But Russell Wilson, Skip, 7 drives after halftime, 6 punts and a field goal. And on the field goal, they didn't gain a yard because the Broncos D intercepted Herbert.
Well, they got 3 points after half.
Yeah,
right?
3 points, yeah. But I'm saying they had 6 punts, 1 field goal.
6 punts. I think
6 punts. No,
okay.
6 punts.
Okay.
1 field goal, 0 yards that was set up by an interception.
And Russ's stats in the second half and overtime were?
3 of 11 for 15 yards.
Say that again. 3 of 11 for 15 yards?
I don't give a damn if he ain't got but 1 leg. He should have completed more than 3 passes for 15 yards. Skip, this is embarrassing. This is an embarrassing. And that's why I didn't go to the game. This is exactly why. Because this is bad. I don't know what's going on with Russ, but it seems like a man that has a lot of other things on his mind than football.
It does.
That's just me personally. I could be wrong, but this is not. I've never seen Russell Wilson play this bad in my entire life. Not as a rookie, not as a third year, not as a sophomore slump, not as a fifth.
God. Is he looking at my hairline?
My joint pain isn't too bad. Well, it wasn't this morning. I hope I can get through this.
Is plaque psoriasis or psoriatic arthritis making you rethink your everyday choices? Otezla is a pill, not a cream or injection, that can help people with plaque psoriasis achieve clearer skin. Otezla is proven to reduce joint swelling, tenderness, and pain in psoriatic arthritis. And no routine blood tests required. Don't use if you're allergic to Otezla. Otezla can cause serious allergic reactions. It may cause severe diarrhea, nausea, or vomiting. Otezla is associated with an increased risk of depression. Tell your doctor if you have a history of depression or suicidal thoughts or if these feelings develop. Some people taking Otezla reported weight loss. Your doctor should monitor your weight and may stop treatment. Upper respiratory tract infection and headache may occur. Tell your doctor about your medicines and if you're pregnant or planning to be. Doctors have been prescribing Otezla for over 8 years. Don't hesitate. Ask your doctor about Otezla today.
Give up! No way! You give up, old man! I'm not old. I just look old to you because I'm not 14.
Well, hey. You don't want any of this.
Dude! Not that table! That's rent to own!
This is hot sauce. You don't want this in your face.
Oh, dude, you picked the wrong guy, man. I got hot sauce on my face most of the time anyway. Give it up, Pearl. You're the one after my son. Oh, yeah, right, your son. I know you're really Max. Whatever you say, Zoe. Zoe's my niece. Yeah, prove it. I got a picture of her in my wallet. I gotta reach in my pocket to get it unless you want to do it. Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you? You see? That's me, Zoe, and her mom on her birthday. I made that cake. Actually, it was a chocolate raspberry tort with a rose petal sorbet. Now I'm really afraid of you. Oh, man, that's the girl in the picture Max showed me. Let's see some pictures of your kid. All right. Family barbecue. That's my son Max, my daughter Carmen, and that's my wife Angie. Hello. Oh, man, she's pretty. Is that a garden gnome with a cigarette in its mouth? No, man, that's my mom. I guess the kids really were talking to each other online. I guess this was all a mistake. Hey, you dodged a bullet today, Holmes.
Yeah, sure. So, what does rent to own mean?
So, no hard feelings? I'm cool. Hey, why don't we grab a couple of beers, man, and just forget all about this? Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, I'm in.
You know, I just need a minute to take out my cup.
Oh, me too.
Yeah, me too. Good news. Zoe really is a girl. I met her uncle, and he invited us to Chicago so you two can meet.
No way, that's so cool. Wait, isn't this where you say you were wrong?
Max, I was looking out for you, and I'd do it again because, Sasuke, you're still a naive boy.
I'm 14. I'm almost a man. I can take care of myself.
Everyone knows you're not a man until your hand is bigger than your face. Spill soda on yourself? Hello.
Girls, prepare to be more obsolete than you already are, which will be hard. You're one step above newspapers. Behold the future.
Oh, no, I'm still here in the future? Or, Han, your sister's here.
Hello, hola, konnichiwa.
I guess now's a good time to admit that I ate a bunch of shrooms and I'm seeing a robot in a bow tie.
This is a room service robot that delivers food. My aunt's Holiday Inn went belly up. I got this and one night stand.
That's the only one night stand you're ever gonna get.
Must be a different kind of room service than they have at Tuggington's Hourly Motel, where the first tug is free.
Ah, Tooth, thank God. I thought I lost you when we blew up the Death Star.
Would you like a late checkout?
Sorry, Toots, I checked out years ago.
List Diner Specials.
You have ordered 4 adult films.
That's a lie. I've only ordered 3. Shut down, robot. Help! Help! This is what happens when you get a robot for free!
R2, no! Yoda's our friend!
Somebody help me! If that thing could show cleavage and steal silverware, I'd be out of a job.
The pursuit of the American League pennant is on TBS. Way back and goodbye. Game 2, Yankees-Astros. Coverage begins tonight at 6:30 on TBS. The 2022 American League Championship Series is presented by Loan Depot.
Tessa won over $5,000 for losing 87 pounds. Christian won over $2,000 for losing 64 pounds. Introducing Healthy Wage, the incredible weight loss motivator that lets you bet on your weight loss and pays huge cash prizes. Featured on Good Morning America and The Today Show, Healthy Wage has paid tens of millions in prizes. The average winner loses 40.7 pounds and gets paid $1,245. Choose your personal goal and Healthy Wage calculates your real cash prize up to $10,000.
It was super simple. 1, 2, 3. You do this and you get your money.
I put my numbers in there and found that I could win over $1,900 for losing 50 pounds. If someone's gonna actually pay me to lose weight, why not go big? The icing on the cake was the $5,600.
Your life is going to change for the better.
Now join the thousands of weight loss winners. Don't miss out. Find out your prize and win real cash for losing weight. Make a healthy wager today and win up to $10,000.
I love your browser history.
You are so generous with your personal data.
Switch on privacy, switch off trackers and viruses. Get the special offer now at nordvpn.com. Safely be you.
Suffering from sinus congestion, especially at night? Try Vicks Sinex for instant relief that lasts up to 12 hours. Vicks Sinex targets congestion at the source, relieving nasal congestion and sinus pressure by reducing swelling in the sinuses. Try Vicks Sinex.
Ladies, welcome to my digestive system. When your gut and vaginal bacteria are off balance, you may feel it.
But just one Align Women's Probiotic Daily helps soothe digestive upsets and support vaginal health. Welcome to an Align gut.
Quaker Instant Oatmeal has upped its game with protein. 10 grams of protein, heart-healthy whole grains, and so delicious you can see why these oats are the grain of all time. Quaker Oats, a super trusted superfood.
Ooh, DQ chicken strip basket? I want in on that. House-made Hidden Valley Ranch, fries, Texas toast, and DQ chicken strips. Let's go now. Or let's get delivery at DQ.com.
We built the Redfin app to help you win. Get alerts on your phone every time a new home hits the market. Then schedule a tour when it works for you, even the same day. Want to win? Choose Redfin.
A dental tool is round for a reason. So is an Oral-B. Round cleans better by surrounding each tooth. So clean, you'll feel like you just left the dentist. Oral-B. Brush like a pro.
Come and get it.
I can't wait for our date either, Bobby. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow. You hang up first. No, you hang up. Oh, he hung up.
I'm liking this guy more and more.
I know, isn't Bobby the cutest?
Not smoking Chinese baby cute, but not bad.
Max, I'm so excited. This is the first date I'll be going on since Julia Roberts could still open a romantic comedy.
I'm still pissed at them for stealing my life story for Pretty Woman. Jason Alexander's character was totally me.
For our date, he's thinking of taking me on an afternoon picnic in the park. The pretty one where you crotch punch that mime into a pond.
You know the fact that Bobby's taking you on a day date is a bad sign, right? It probably means he's married. Or worse, afraid of the dark.
Actually, the day date was my idea.
You know we're not married, right? That's not why I call you my old lady. It's because you write thank you notes and use the word jeepers.
Jeepers, Max! I just figured if I go out at night, you'll have to run the dessert bar alone, and you've never done that before.
I've also never flossed my back teeth. And they're fine when it's not windy. I got this.
Hey, girls. I just thought I'd take a walk and stretch my knees. Then I remembered I don't have any.
Earl, I I'm going on a night date like a person. Max will be running the dessert bar, and that'll be fine, right?
Ooh, speaking of disasters, that reminds me. I have to return risky business to Blockbusters. When do they close?
2009?
So I still have time.
Hey guys, look, it's a groundhog. It's gonna be an early spring.
No, he saw his shadow this year. Know your facts. Well, you're supposed to be in the diner. I had to ask our shrimp supplier to cover for you.
I thought your mother was our shrimp supplier.
Hon, I'm going on a night date like a person. Max will be running the dessert bar, and that'll be fine, right?